All right, we got a few more volunteers. We just need one more volunteer timer from the Heights. One more volunteer timer from the Heights and we'll be all set. Thank you. Just wanted to make an announcement that if you're interested, if you go to setonswimming.org/videos, you can follow today's meet on live stream. When we live stream videos, you can find at setonswimming.org/videos. You can also follow us on the Meet mobile app. Meet mobile app, which you can find in any one of the Apple stores or mobile stores or game stores. Your mobile app on your phone, and just look for Seton Icebreaker Invitational on the Meet mobile app. It's the Meet mobile app. Okay, we're all good now. We've got all the volunteer timers we need. Thank you for all those who volunteered.
Pretty on things in a state of emergency. Who was I trying to be? From the time of being sad, it's over, and you miss them like you miss no other. And being blue is better than being over it, over it. You sinner, stand up, sing hallelujah. Show praise with your body, stand up, sing hallelujah. And if you can't stop shaking, lean back, let it move right through you. Say your prayers, say your prayers, say your prayers. I was drunk and it didn't mean a thing. Stop thinking things you hate about yourself. Just finish the daydream. Who were you trying to be?
National Catholic Champion! Can anyone catch the machine?
Killing it.
Irish tenor Patrick Muller! That was a National Catholic High School record!
Welcome to the first meet of the season. It's our annual Icebreaker Invitational. It's the first Saturday of December. We have 3 meets in December every year. And the purpose of December really has nothing to do with the team scores. What we're doing, we have a philosophy in Seton swimming that everybody swims all 8 events. So what you're going to see in the first 3 meets is, as much as possible, it's actually impossible, but as much as possible, people swim 6 different events. And what we're doing is we're trying to live, one of our gems is excellence. We say it's not about good, it's about better. If you get better, good takes care of itself. So we're looking for personal records. And what we're doing also is figuring out where people fit as we move toward the January meets, especially the big meet January 7th, which decides the regular season championship. We're in the Virginia Christian Athletic Conference. This is the second year of that conference. And this is the first year Oakcrest is here. And I don't remember the JV Invitational a couple of years ago?
Yep.
Oakcrest showed up with a bunch of girls. It's an all-girls school. And they beat us at the JV Invitational. They are loaded with young girls. So we're going to have our hands.
These girls are now going to
those girls get over.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And more skilled.
so we need to find out who can swim what to position ourselves best toward the championship season. The other thing that's happening here is relays. Our relays are wide open on both the boys and the girls side. In fact, on a girls side, we don't even know. Coach Palazzo and I have been talking with Coach Mulhern and Coach Ross, the Group 1 and 2 kids. We don't even know who's going to swim what stroke. I mean, because Clara Condon can swim any of the strokes. Ariana Aldiger can swim
we got
backstroke
Stella
or
Paradise
butterfly.
this year.
And then we got some new Group 1 kids. Who do we have?
So Stella Paradise, who I just mentioned, is a really good all-around swimmer. And then both Sanders boys, older brother Lionel and younger Tiago,
Martinez,
both come in,
yeah.
And Martinez. They've both come in and been fantastic. But like you said, they may qualify for states today. We're not exactly expecting that. We just want them to execute on the technical points that we've been working on these past 4 weeks in practice.
That's right. Today's emphasis, we're organized into 5 groups. Group 1's the top group, and we go all the way down to a beginner group in Group 5. Coach Zadnik works with Group 4 and 5, and we've been focusing on freestyle, and we moved to backstroke. But today's meet is focused on freestyle. Most of the kids you're going to see swim 50 free and 100 free. And what are we going to be looking for these kids to be doing?
All right, so a lot of these kids come in with a little bit of swim teams experience, maybe from a summer swim team, and sometimes just playing around in the pool experience, not really swim experience. And we take those swimmers, even some that are maybe not too comfortable in the water, and we teach them how to swim freestyle on their side, nice and straight. We call that skate position because it's like a long distance skater. Skate, and then skate and coast with or glide with every arm stroke.
Switch.
So that's the first thing to look for, especially for the beginner swimmers. Are they on their side, and is their hand out front, and not swimming on their stomach? Okay, so we did freestyle drills to teach them freestyle.
During warm-up, we reviewed?
Yeah, we reviewed it today.
Okay,
so
good.
It was a good reminder. And then we went to backstroke and worked on backstroke. Then we looked at turns and starts. So I think we're ready for today.
So today's like the final exam for these Group 4 or 5 kids. And we're going to see it. And I swear, if I see a kid swimming like this, I'm just going to jump in the water, Coach.
Yep, we want them on their side.
Yeah, get on their side, get long.
Yep.
Get long. So, and we have some kids who were Group 5 last year.
Yeah.
Who are like, tell us some success stories that we've seen already this year.
Noemi Rodriguez was on Group 5 last year. Yes. And she's up in Group 3, I believe now. And I see her swim. I compare last year. Oh my gosh, beautiful! A beautiful stroke.
Yeah, she
Long
jumped all the
and
way to Group 3. She was a beginning swimmer last year. Really couldn't swim, and now her stroke, man, just beautiful.
It's great.
And you've seen some real success stories with the younger kids too.
Also, there's Daniel Kohlhaus came to us 3.5 weeks ago when we first started, and he was swimming on his stomach like this. But now his goal is to swim straight, and hand out front. And we were practicing it just now. Him and Sophia Kohlhaus, his sister, they're honing their stroke, and this is exciting to me to go from, sloppy swimming to streamlined swimming.
Yep.
And then I push them on to more advanced coaches.
So that's what winning means today for us. People being technically better, and if they're technically better, we always say at Seton Swimming the fastest way for a high school kid to swim faster is to do the stroke right. You know, we're not at the University of Florida where the fastest way to get faster, they already do the stroke right? They got to get better cardiovascular condition, and they got to get stronger, right? That's almost irrelevant at this point if you're doing the stroke wrong. So that's where we're going to get the big wins.
And a proper stroke, it's a life skill, right? You never forget. It's like riding a bike. 20 years from now, they'll get in the pool and they'll know how to swim well.
Yep.
Or fall off a boat, they'll know how to swim well. Right. It's okay.
All right, so I'm looking forward to this girls' relay. We're going to try Stella Paradise. We're going to try Stella Paradise in breaststroke, and then we'll try her maybe in freestyle. We're missing Mary Pennefather today, and Maggie Gibbons, so two of our top swimmers. But you'll see all that. We'll talk to you on the live stream. Have a great meet, and let's get ready for the prayer and the national anthem.
Great.
Seton Swimming is like a family because we're all really close just through the meets and practice.
Seton has definitely by far the most amazing team I have ever been with.
It pushes you hard. I've learned to accept the sacrifice that I have to make to be on the team.
It's a lot of work and sometimes you don't want to get up that early, but in the end it pays off.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Seton Icebreaker Invitational Swim Meet here at the Freedom Center, Manassas, Virginia. Today's meet hosted by Seton Swimming. We'd like to welcome our guests for today's meet, the Carmel School Wildcats, the Fresno Valley Christian School, Emmanuel Christian School, the Oak Crest Chargers, the Heights School, and Trinity Christian School. Today's meet will be sanctioned by the Virginia Independent Schools Athletic Association using the National Federation of High School Swimming, Diving, and Water Polo Rules 2022-23 with our head referee, Mr. Charles Seltman. At this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Maddie Zadnik, an 11th grader from Seton, who will lead us in our opening prayer.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Dear God, please bless this time we have at the pool today. Please help us do our best. And we pray in the way that our Father taught us. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass. In the name of the Father, and Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
At this time, I'd ask everyone to rise, remove their hats. As a 9th grader from Trinity Christian School, Emma Hill leads us in the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
Okay.
All meet officials, all timers, all referees, stroke turn, please report to your starting position. All event number 1 swimmers, please report to your starting position.
All right, you ready to kick this thing off?
All right. Yep.
First
Ready to
meet of the
go.
year.
The kids were definitely excited. You could tell.
Yep.
First meet, they're ready to go.
We always start with, is there a Gator kickoff, Florida Gator kickoff song?
We've got a cool. I mean, for football, yeah, we've got a cool opener. It's
Event number 1,
Not really,
boys 200-yard medley relay, heat 1.
the big tradition is Mr. Two Bits before the game. If you've seen that, and now since the original Mr. Two Bits has passed on, they do honorary Mr. Two Bits. So we have had some swimmers get to do that, including Caleb Dressel.
Oh, nice.
Which
Nice.
is really cool, you know, having your teammates out on the field before the game. And
Yeah, we always
Yeah.
start with Shipping Up to Boston because that's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish kickoff song. We're completely biased here at Seton Swimming, even though we have a former University of Florida swimmer, Ross Palazza, with us, who, in the openings, I got to remember to introduce you and Jerry Zadnick and even myself. I'm Coach Jim Kerr, didn't he say that? And Coach Ross Palazzo was the blonde on my left, and Coach Jerry Zadnick was our coach on the right, who coaches the group 4 and 5. That is that JJ Cooley in the middle? Yep. That was JJ Cooley swimming in lane 5. Tremendous. That was the best I've ever seen him swim backstroke. We just started backstroke. We've done 2 days of backstroke. What we do every year at Seton Swimming, Election Day and Christmas, is we build every stroke and every wall from scratch. And like start all the way from where's your head to floating. Actually, this year with a lot of the groups, we actually started blowing bubbles. Like don't hold your breath.
Yep.
Right.
That's how far back we went, and we built it all the way to a real stroke. And so the focus is freestyle, as we said in the opening, but obviously some kids are swimming backstroke and showed it. We haven't done anything with breaststroke at all.
or butterfly.
Or
which they're swimming
butterfly
right now.
So we're not worried about, they got what they got on that.
And
Now-
some swimmers come here with a little bit of experience with breaststroke or butterfly, and some absolutely none. But they'll try it. So
That was Tim Blanchett just came by. That was his first swim meet, I think. I
Oh,
don't even know
great.
if he's ever swimmer. Tim Blanchett's the kind of kid I love to have on the team because he's a senior swimming on the team for the very first time.
that takes a little bit of courage there.
And every year we seem to have that happen. So great. I love having the older kids get out of their comfort zone and try it. And
Yep.
you can tell he's having a good time. He doesn't want to admit it.
It is
but,
such a cool thing because it's immediately humbling for someone who is
Especially a good athlete in
completely-
another sport. You
Right,
come here and
completely
you're
new
like,
to the sport. One of my best friends in high school actually did that. He was a great soccer player. We played that growing up, and I, focused more on swimming eventually. And he came in. He swam with the 10 and unders for about
Wow.
6 months, and then went on the high school team, loved his senior year, and then had a great experience in college with the club swim team that he went to.
That's Noah Vaughn trying to do it. Look, he looked a lot better.
he was doing all right.
He was trying to get on his side. You could see it.
Yeah.
We seed these heats so that the fastest heat is last. The way it works here, you'll see every team gets 2 scoring relays, and those are designated A and B. And then every other relay is designated, if you look on the meet program, which you can all print off. If you go to
Download it.
SetonSwimming.org under meet information, you can find this meet, and you find a meet program, you can print it off, and then because the scoreboard doesn't work,
Backstroke.
You can print off a meet program to see who's in what lane. So the rest of the relays are designated exhibition, which means the time counts, but the score, it doesn't count for the scoring.
Right.
So we all go all the way to, I think, an M relay or J relay.
But as coaches,
Wow,
we
good.
can always go and look at those exhibition races and see the times that the kids did.
Yep. So we look at their splits. Who's this in lane 4? Oh, that's from Emmanuel, William Gade. That was good.
Yep. And then Joey Lynch in lane 7 for Seton. Good backstroke swim for him.
Joey Lynch is one of those success stories who's really improved.
He swam in the meets last year.
Here, look at lane 7. Tiago Martinez is coming up. One of the ones you were talking about, Coach Palazzo.
Yep.
He's in 7th grade, new to the team. So 7th graders can't score. They have to swim an exhibition. Tiago would be a scoring swimmer if he was allowed to be. He's fast enough.
Yep.
All right, let's give him a
Right up
give him
with
a
our
watch.
best swimmers in practice.
Yeah, he swims in the top group. Watch this butterfly in lane 7.
Great streamline and underwater.
He went halfway down the pool underwater.
Didn't breathe the first 2 strokes. Only took 2 breaths on the first 25.
He didn't lift himself up out of the water
Yep.
on the turn, which is so common, especially for younger swimmers.
Another 5-6 dolphin kicks underwater. And look how low his breath is when he does breathe. Barely changes his stroke. Beautiful butterfly.
Mick Fioramani. Look at Mick Fioramani here in lane 8.
Good tag.
His timing looks really good on that, actually.
Yeah.
And we haven't even done any butterfly.
Oh, this is Emmanuel versus Emmanuel. Lane 3 and 4. Taylor
Tight
Scott
race.
is in lane 3 and Tyler Gades in lane 4. Brother on brother. Nice. Thank God for Bill Dealey, by the way. Bill Dealey's they should hire Bill Dealey at the Freedom Center. That scoreboard only is doing that because Bill Dealey spent 20 hours on it.
That was broken last year.
Yeah.
Completely broken. Yeah.
And he's trying to find, it's a weird configuration because there's so many panels that are broken that he's trying to find where to put things so that it displays not across a broken panel.
Yeah.
And there's a little purple space on the place that was working, so there was a swim meet this weekend and they messed with his configuration. And then when he redid it, it got a little purple space blocking lane 4 and 3. Okay.
Jack's doing all right.
Now, these are the big boys.
The final heat. Seated 3rd in lane 4, the Heights School. Seated 2nd in lane 6, the Heights School. And seated 1st in lane 5, the Heights School.
I don't know if these times are right. They're probably, the way Team Manager works, it automatically plugs in your best time, because 131 for a medley relay.
Is a smoking medley relay.
That's a college relay.
That is, I think that's our high
good
school
swimming
team
here
record.
then.
You got your high school team at 131?
I think we were 131.
Well, our team record at Seton, with 2 All-Americas on it, is 139.
Wow.
Just to put that at 131 in perspective.
Okay.
That means they got to average less than 23, and that includes 50 breaststroke. Yeah, they're not going 131. That's their PR. They're still crazy fast.
Really good breaststroke there.
25.5 for 50 backstroke, pretty good.
There's JJ Brox and Drew Nguyen down here.
Connor Kerr in lane 8 went 29.07. That's a pretty good time for Connor. That's our A relay, Seton's A relay in lane 8. Here's JJ. Now watch this, Joe Wilson. Joe Wilson, a senior captain, swimming butterfly in lane 8, was in a major car accident this summer. He broke his femur, and he didn't just break his femur, like he broke it so that the 2 parts weren't touching.
Yep. Wow.
That's the largest bone in your body. They put a steel rod in it.
Hardest bone to break.
They put a steel rod in it, and he's about to go 27 or so in 50 butterflies.
He was walking when he walked into practice the first day.
26:10. He just did 26:10.
26:10. the first day of school this year, he was in a wheelchair.
Incredible.
And this is Lionel Martinez at the end of the relay. Look at this.
Oh my God. Crazy fast. Look at that.
There we go. All right. This is really good. This is really good because we were right next to him was Trinity Christian's A relay. What? No, that's because Trinity, lane 7. Yeah, lane 7 didn't work. Lane 7 got third.
Yep.
We got fourth. So we're right with Trinity Christian there.
Wow.
And Joe Wilson's only going to get stronger. I mean,
Yeah,
he was in a wheelchair 2 months ago.
Right.
Wow.
And all those boys are going to get technically better through the year.
Yeah,
too.
and we haven't
Swimmers,
even worked
please
on
clear the
front
pool.
fly and
Swimmers,
breaststroke
please clear
yet.
the pool. We have a little bit of a technical problem with the scoring right now, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break or less, hopefully.
That's a good sign because Trinity Christian boys, that was Justin Kim on the back end. He's really good. And
He's
Noah
fast.
Yoon
Oh
was
my
on the
gosh.
front end. I didn't watch him, but and they're young. Noah Yoon, Ben
freshmen.
Yancey swam breaststroke.
Yep, one
He's a sophomore. Tyler Phillips is only a freshman, and Justin Kim is a junior. So we're going to see him 2 more years.
Younger brother of Josh, who we
It's
watched.
not it's actually not the
Oh,
brother
not
of
the
Josh
younger
Kim.
brother?
That was one thing that came out. I always thought they were brothers. Josh Kim, for those of you who've been around Seton Swimming and Trinity Christian Swimming, remember Josh Kim was Trinity superstar last year. Not brothers. But they look like it in the water because they're both so good.
Right. Both great swimmers.
Yeah. So lane 7 looked like the pad didn't work, and they're gonna Bill Dealey.
Comes in and
They
fixes
should
it.
pay him. He's fixed the computer, he's fixed the scoreboard, and they have a new guy at Freedom Center. His name's Brian Barfield. He's the facilities manager. He's not even the aquatics manager. The guy is amazing. I hope someone from the Freedom Center is watching this because that dude is amazing. He's rewired all this stuff. He's cleaned all the wires. I mean, I'm surprised this doesn't work because all the work that guy's done. And the cameras you're seeing the video stream on now,
Yep.
you can't see it when you're watching the live stream, but we can see it. They're mounted on the wall now.
Oh,
with
really?
Conduit,
Oh, look at that.
with conduit
That
up,
looks
just
great.
beautifully mounted and swivels. So we got a bunch of different camera angles.
I'll take this time to mention also, if you're interested, you can watch today's meet
And look at all the
on the
wiring
Meet mobile
permanent.
app for live readouts of times and so on. But as well, you can go to www.setonswimming.org and look up video, www.seton.org/video for the live stream simulcast of today's meet.
And how do we get that simulcast? It's really neat. At the beginning of COVID, Paul Fifield, who makes his living in the video world, he worked at EWTN, he was a video guy at EWTN, said, I think we can do a better live stream than just set up a cell phone. And that live stream has become this.
Right, and this is close to the USA Swimming live stream that they broadcast national meets on. It looks fantastic.
Well, now we call it the Seton Sports Network, and
Great.
we have 3 students. So now it's a Seton club that are up there. So all of the control of the audio and the cameras is being done by Gabe Hamilton and Gabe Oriana right now.
Okay.
And Haley Fifield is like the president of the club. She's also a swimmer though, but so she started the thing with her father, and look at what we have now.
Well, also Gabe were former swimmers.
Gabe
They
and
started
Gabe
here.
were both former swimmers. Yep. We miss having them in the water.
We miss
but-
them in the water.
But
Yeah,
they're not.
absolutely.
They're not in the Seton swim team. So you should see when we come here for this meet in the morning.
Yeah.
We came set up. We bring in all this video equipment, mixing boards, cameras, microphones. All of us have 3 mics. We have a stick mic to do live in-meet interviews. There's 4 cameras. The equipment's amazing. Then Bill Dealey and Hank Constanti and Will Waldron show up with printers and CT Colorado timing systems setting up and starting systems and computers and everything. And then we show up with all the sound equipment. We're like,
For the
we have
music?
we have our own IT department at Seton Swimming. It's a blast. It's crazy. It is crazy.
And it's all for the kids.
Yeah.
Swimming's not about swimming, right?
Yep, swimming ain't about swimming.
It's all about character development for the kids. Swimming's just the tool.
Yep. So I love the fact that the kids are starting to take over the live stream.
Yeah.
Because that could be a profession for some of these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many benefits outside of just what we do is in tracking their PRs is awesome for them. But, you know, we talked about the managers last year, and I told them the amount of work that you put into the team, put that on your resume. You know, that would sell me.
Yeah, our team managers last year. We don't have team managers this year, and we have so many assistant coaches. This is another cool thing about Seton Swimming. We have 16 assistant coaches.
Yep.
So they're handling things like relay changes, things the managers did last year.
Right. And they were impressive. They were on top of it. They're very organized. It was very impressive.
Yeah, that sounds like a small thing, but when a kid doesn't show up at the last minute, it is massively stressful because it ripples through everything because you're limited to how many events you can swim. So you got to change the relays. You got to figure out who's got eligibility to even swim it. Right. Then you got to change it. You got to change it in the computer system, in the scoring system. Then you got to go find the kids.
Communicate that back.
With we have 113 kids on the team. So you have to go find the kids and say, oh, you're swimming in this event, this heat. What am I swimming? What am I swimming? And some of these kids that have availability are the newest kids. Mm-hmm. So they're already intimidated by the swim meet environment. So, you know, sometimes you just can't help it. We had kids who were just sick. You can't help it if you get sick, you know.
And that was a team manager's job, and now it's off to the volunteer coaches to take care of some of that. And a lot of the volunteer coaches, they're parents. Not all of them are parents, by the way, which kind of surprises me. But I'm thrilled to death that people get involved with Seton Swimming, and they don't even have a kid at Seton School.
Yeah, can you think of an example?
Well, I know one example sitting right here. Ross Palazzo.
Okay.
Has a love of the sport and wants to come participate.
In fact, our entire Group 1 and Group 2, the top two groups coaching staff, are Coach Palazzo, who isn't even affiliated with Seton until now, swam at the University of Florida, and then Pat Mulhern, whose kids graduated a decade ago. Pat's been coaching. He took a hiatus when he took a job in Vienna and Culpeper, but he's been coaching at least 15 years total.
Has a love for swimming as well.
Yep, he was a college swimmer. And then Dee Ross is, Dee Ross had kids who graduated a decade ago. Look who we have here.
Oh, great.
Well, you just walked right into in front of the camera. You probably didn't even realize it.
No.
And
Join us.
one of our new volunteers this year, Colonel Matt Schreier, who this is his first year. Do you have any swimming experience at all?
No, a little bit of advanced swimmer Red Cross certification. That's about the extent of it, Coach.
That'll do.
And
we can work with that.
You had to swim with the pack and boots on,
We
right?
have to not drown. That's what we have to do.
Yep.
Which is harder than it sounds sometimes.
And Colonel Schreier played offensive line for Navy. He played against Notre Dame. Okay, so Colonel Schreier played with Navy, right?
Navy 2 years before a little bit of an injury. I was a center for Navy.
You know, what do they say? What do we say in Seton Swimming? If it were easy, they'd call it football.
That's right. The legs are much more adaptive on land than they are in the water.
Actually, we say that about basketball. Football's actually hard. So how's your experience? Are you learning? What are you learning? Are you learning how the strokes work? And how's it going?
So I'm learning how to coach. It's been fantastic, kind of trying to understand your philosophy, understand the gems and how they apply to the team. It's been very helpful from that perspective. And then I'm coming along probably about as quickly as the kids are on the progressions that we're working on. So I'm probably a half step behind them, which means it's a learning experience in lane 4, as you know, on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings when I'm there.
Yeah, it's outstanding because Coach Schreier, we have a Lieutenant Colonel Heine, we had Sandy Osoka, Vanessa Oswald, Kimberly Dalrymple comes, Joe Hurley. They coach that group 4 group with you, Jerry, and it's quite a group of coaches, and all we're doing is building every stroke and wall with progressions. So if you're a parent and you're willing to take a risk and get out of your comfort zone, this is about as far from football as you can be.
That works.
Right? And you're willing to come and learn, then you watch the progressions, and then you see, oh, this is the drill. You can see what to do, even if you can't do it yourself. Like I have been swimming for the first time in 20 years, and I try to do some of it, but I can't do it. So,
but you do a great job demonstrating it on the land.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're back.
All right.
Great job. Thank you, Colonel.
Event number 2, girls 200-yard medley relay, heat 1.
We appreciate that.
I was like, look at those microphones there.
So we're on to the girls 200 medley relay here.
That would be great. All right. Here's the first heat of girls.
M relays. That's how many swimmers we have.
We had the Top Gun. I added the Top Gun theme song when my son Brendan, Lieutenant Brendan Big Country Care, was deployed. I had to add Danger Zone. Yep. Is my mic on?
So we got Molly and Katie Bauer in lane 5 and 6.
All right. Sisters, Katie's only in 7th grade.
So backstroke, just like freestyle, we worked on getting on our side as well, but it's much more unnatural position for most kids in the water, and normally the thing you'll see is the head moving around a lot because they don't want to put it all the way back in the water. Just a very unnatural position, right? So this head position actually looked pretty good on both of those swimmers. You want it to be very still and have their shoulders rotate around a center axis.
Yeah, the hardest part to teach a backstroke that we started working on this week, and with group 3 and 4, you're going to work on it some more, is getting your hips around so that when you finish your underwater pull, your shoulder on that side is out of the water already, completely out of the water. And getting your shoulders completely out of the water is the key. And then reach your thumb to the ceiling, and that's what gets your shoulder out, and it gets your other hand deep so you can grab lots of water, get a high elbow, make a nice big S, and push the water to your feet and roll back.
So what you're saying, you'll see shoulder, shoulder, shoulder.
That's exactly.
Shoulder.
Want
That's
that
good to look
shoulder to
for.
come to your chin, and then the opposite shoulder to come back to your chin, and you're just repeating that all the way down the pool.
And I've asked this question 100 times, and I'll let Coach Zadnik answer it. What happens to your head?
Absolutely nothing.
That's
It's
right.
absolutely still.
That's right.
Side to side. Your body goes side to side, but your head is absolutely still.
It's true of all sports. Right, Colonel, in football, your body goes where your head goes. If you want to be lower than the other guy, your head's got to be lower, right?
Yeah, it's all about body position.
Yep, same with swimming. It's one of the things that is constant across all sports. Because your body follows your head. Your head is a major problem.
But if you can get the head trained, then you've got a lot of the stroke right there.
My father was a naval officer, Colonel, and he used to tell me, hey, you want to lose 25 pounds of ugly fat? Cut off your head.
Smart man.
Heat 2.
I know, those Navy guys. I think he heard that from the Marine, though. All right, who do we got? Oh, there's a lot of Seton relays here.
Seton relays in here. This is the K relay all the way up to the E relay.
Yeah, you know, the very first thing we did on the very first day is streamlines and underwaters. Now, it's hard to see on the camera, but watch lane 10. Monica Irving here in lane 10. Last year from group 5, really got this unusually well.
Very tough.
See, look, she's all the way past the flags.
Yeah. Well done, Monica.
And in lane 9's Allison Quispe. I think I'm finally saying it right.
Lane 6, you can see she's really focusing on getting those shoulders out of the
Yeah, that's
water.
Helena O'Keefe.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about. Look at her shoulders out every stroke. Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. That's beautiful.
There it is. Yep.
That's what we're trying to get.
I'd like that arm to stay straight all the way over, but
And
she's
Kiara
really
Cooley's
focusing
in
on
lane
the,
8.
rotation.
She started out in Group 5, and she's recently moved up Group 4.
Oh, that was Kira Cooley in lane 8.
Cooley, yeah.
Kira Cooley's a junior, first year on the team. What a great kid. I love
Great
just
attitude.
dealing with her.
Oh my gosh,
Just great
great.
attitude.
Mary Clara Silka in lane 10. Actually, one of the only swimmers that came up to me at time trials even and asked, hey, what can I do better on this race before one of her races?
Wow.
I love that. I love swimmers who come up to me and ask for more. We had Elodie Brox also after Thursday practice this week. Hey, can you look at a couple more turns? Love the swimmers that take initiative and want to get better.
If you
As
get
a coach, it's the best thing you can ask for.
What does we say, Coach? You get better, good takes care of itself.
Yep, there we go. Now, we haven't gone over butterfly.
We haven't gone over butterfly at all, or breaststroke
even some
at all.
of the new swimmers, like Sophia out here. Sophia Haliski, lane 9.
By all accounts, she's a pretty good summer swimmer. So we can already see how much faster her butterfly can be. Once we get to butterfly, I can't wait to get to her butterfly to work on that stroke.
The thing you'll see when we do work on butterfly is we'll want the head to re-enter the water before the hands enter the water. You'll see a lot of our butterflyers now are swinging the arms around, and the hands will hit first and their head will still be above the water.
Okay.
So when we think about carrying that momentum into the stroke more, putting the head down and pressing the chest before the hands enter,
That's a more efficient entry into
much
the water.
more efficient. You know, right now you're almost stopping yourself, having your head up and your hands in the water, and then you're going to have to restart your momentum every single stroke. So later in the year, we'll look for that to improve as we work on butterfly. But
Looking forward to getting to the butterfly section of our lesson.
We haven't touched it at all, and we expect it to look any kind of way, today. So
Heat 3, your final heat. Seated third in lane 4, Trinity Christian School. Seated second in lane 2, again, Trinity Christian School. And seated first in lane 5, Seton School.
A, B, C, and D. So backstroke lane 5, we have Ariana, who was a 7th grader last year and fantastic swimmer, but this will be the first meet that she can actually score for the team, which we are very excited about.
Also, we have 2 of our student assistant coaches in lane 7. Jacqueline Oswald leads off in backstroke, and then Madeline Zadnik will pick up in, I believe, breaststroke.
And they practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then they go and wake up at the same time on Wednesday and Friday mornings and help their peers and their teammates learn the strokes. And it's so cool just having, someone of your age. It's just great to, hear things from different voices and people that have been through what you're going through.
Yep,
So
and they can get in the water and demonstrate. On Friday, we had 3 student coaches in the water demonstrating turns and starts. And it's good to have them sacrifice their Wednesdays and Friday mornings to come help out.
Awesome.
Okay, so what do you look for in breaststroke?
So breaststroke, we want, again, we talk about the head position. That applies in breaststroke. We want the head to stay as still as possible, very neutral to the body line. A lot of swimmers, as they come up out of the water, they'll pick the head up, and that does the same thing. The hips will drop. So if we can keep that head the same during the breath.
Keep your head still.
That's
hard during breaststroke.
Yep. Yeah, because you want to get that breath every single time.
Come on,
Great butterfly from Clara Condon there.
All right, I was working out an issue. We didn't get any times on lane 6 at all.
Oh, the whole meet, you mean?
For just event 1.
Okay.
But event 1 was a medley relay, and there's 3 heats. So that included one of our exhibition relays. But it was Trinity's B relay and the Heights B relay. So what we're talking to their coaches and say we got 2 options. Option 1 is we'll look at the video and fill in a time that gets them the right place.
Okay.
So the score doesn't get impacted. Or if they want to, we can reswim it. And we'll do either one.
The end of the meet.
We'll do either one. We messed up. So
I'm glad there's a solution. If something goes wrong, you can fix it.
It's weird that it happened. It's so unusual because there's 3 levels of timing in a swim meet here. We have the touchpads, which is the first time. That's the time you see on the scoreboard. And then attached to each touchpad is a plunger, a little cord with a button on top of it, and you press that. And that confirms the touchpad time, because sometimes the kids don't touch the pad, they like grab the top of the wall or something they're absolutely not supposed to do.
Finish underwater and touch the touchpad.
Yeah, but if they finish improperly, it also has the disadvantage if they don't get their time. So you got that second time. And then every lane has 2 dolphin stopwatches. And a dolphin stopwatch is an electronic stopwatch that feeds the time directly into the computer. This is all part of the Seton IT system.
Stroke and turn,
so we have
please
no
rotate.
manual
Stroke and
times
turn,
at
please
all.
rotate. Swimmers,
and there's
please
a
exit
case
the pool.
where primary, secondary, and tertiary time all failed. That
Another
doesn't happen
administrative,
very often.
Yeah, I was hoping that is
time out
very
here,
rare.
so
Oh, but they're
bear with us. Thank you for your patience. We're trying to get this meet right.
They're going to swap out a touchpad, lane 7. So, the first meet of the season, we're working through these things. This is good. By the time we get later in the season, that we'll have everything.
Thanks for bearing with us. This is our first meet of the season, so a little snags to be worked out.
Coach
We appreciate
Palazzo's
your
talking to
patience.
Clara
Thank you.
Condon and Elodie. Yeah, here, Coach. That was good. Good job, ladies. Here, how'd your race go?
I felt pretty good.
This is Elodie Brox. What'd you swim, Elodie?
I swam the freestyle.
You swam the anchor?
Yeah.
Did you see your split?
No, I didn't.
How'd you feel?
I felt pretty good.
You did? How was your turn?
It could have been better, but
How was your streamline off the wall and underwater?
not very good.
Did you think about it?
No.
Oops, I had the stick mic off. You didn't think about it?
Not really.
Well, if you didn't think about it, then it probably wasn't that good, was it? Got to think about it, right? Think about it. Stella Paradise, welcome to the team. You had a USA meet this morning, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, stick mic's still off. Oh, there we go. It wasn't just mute, I had it double off. I had it on mute and off. Here, hold that. Hold it right under your chin.
Okay.
Welcome to the team, Stella.
Thand you.
We tried breaststroke. How'd that feel?
Pretty good, I think.
Are you a breaststroker?
Not really.
Okay, good. That means you'll swim more breaststroke, because if you tell me you're a breaststroker, you won't ever swim breaststroke.
Okay.
But we're experimenting with the relay. You're a very versatile swimmer. Did you see your split?
No, I did not.
Okay, we'll make sure we get it posted online. And we got Clara Condon. Clara can swim anything. Welcome back, Clara. There, you swam butterfly today.
Yeah.
That's what she swam. That's what you swam last year.
Yep.
Right. And Ariana, how was your underwater, Ariana?
Event number 3, boys 200-yard freestyle. Heat 1.
All right. So did you go long? I was dealing with an issue, so I didn't even get to see the race. I'm bummed. I'm gonna look back in the video. Did you go to the ring underwater?
I wasn't able to see.
Like right now.
All right. Great job, Ariana. Great job, girls. What was your time?
28:04.
No, what was the overall time?
159.
Oh, okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad for the first meet. Good. We're gonna get that to low 150s.
Did you see me?
Yes. It looked good. The stroke looked pretty good, especially the first length.
I think too much in the second one, because the first one I
Okay.
was like, I'm not gonna breathe.
All right, hold
And I
on. Did
only
you
breathed
say they
once,
scratched?
And then the second one I just didn't.
And then when you're breathing a lot, your hand is kind of pausing at the exit. So we want to focus on accelerating past our thigh down there. Okay, so then it's accelerating out of the water, and then we can over the top, right? So when we're pulling through, accelerate the finish, and then, you know, right now, when you start to breathe a lot, you're finishing the stroke hard, but then you're just finishing at your side. And then you're having to, it looks like it's slowing down and then coming out. When you accelerate all the way through, you can just kind of let that hand come over the top, and then you're right back ready.
It'll improve your turnover too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Excellent. That was Coach Palazzo talking to Elodie Brax. Elodie's coming on. She wants a spot in these A relays.
She wouldn't be asking that question if she didn't want a spot.
Well,
That's
she knows
good.
Mary Pennefather's not here. Maggie Gibbons isn't here. She wants to take advantage of her
Great.
opportunities.
And she had a great year last year too.
She just keeps getting faster.
Yeah.
Great.
We're gonna have pretty good girls 2 free relay with the way these girls are coming on and adding Stella Paradise.
There's a lot of good girl athletes. You know, Elodie, good lacrosse player. Mary, great basketball player. Maggie, good tennis player. They all can translate their athleticism into the pool. And that's rare. Sometimes you have great athletes that are totally lost in the water, right? But these girls are doing a great job of using their athleticism from their other sports and translating that into
Water's the
speed.
great equalizer.
Yep.
We had a
Yep.
kid on the team, and I won't use his name. I remember he was a gazelle on land.
Okay.
And he could actually kick and go backwards. I've never seen it in my life. His ankles were so stiff, and his toes.
Oh,
he
you
just
mean in the
couldn't
water
point
he
his
was
toe,
kicking.
because
Yeah.
he was such a runner. He couldn't like get his toes pointed, and you know we say floppy ankles like a flipper.
Yeah.
And he could not. Not only could he not have floppy ankles, he couldn't even point his toes, and literally was going backwards. I'm like, dude, I never would have thought that was possible. And
Game 2, the final heat.
And
Seated third in lane 4, the sophomore from Seton, Michael Brox.
Okay.
Seated second in lane 2 from the Heights, J.D. DeLellis. And seated first in lane 5, the senior from the Heights, Peter Jane.
all right, here's the beginning of trying to figure out where we're going to use these kids later in the championship season. Because Drew Wynn here in lane 8, he tends to be a sprinter, but look how long his stroke is. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Can he do the mid-distance freestyle, 2 and 500? A lot of younger kids consider 500 long distance, but it's actually middle distance. And then is very tall in lane 4. Can he be a scoring swimmer in 200 free? Don't worry about these Heights guys. These guys are just awesome. Yeah.
200 free.
And then that's Joey Dealey, a senior captain on the team. He's down in lane 3.
And Joseph Foreman.
By the way, Joey Dealey also gives up his Wednesday and Friday mornings to help the younger swimmers.
Yep.
He's one of our student coaches.
Captain.
Yeah, that's amazing. Joey Dealey, Madeline Zadnik, and Jacqueline Oswald, 3 swimmers. Joey's the captain. Madeline and Jacqueline are juniors. They practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then they also get up Wednesday, Friday, and help Coach Zadnik and I coach Group 5. In fact, I think it'd be better to say we help them coach
Yeah, we
Group
help
5.
them coach.
They take charge of it.
Yep.
And they're doing a tremendous job. Isn't that a great example of our essence gem sacrifice?
Yep. Yep.
They're showing that they love their teammates, and these kids are getting so much out of them. Should have seen some of them diving yesterday. We had hula hoops at practice, and because these kids are, diving off a block that's 2 feet off the water, is scary.
It's scary for some of the kids. Yes.
And so we went through a progression to dive, and part of it, a big part of it, was diving through a hula hoop, so they get used to getting upside down and going through the same little hole. Their hands, shoulders, head, hips, feet, all through the same hole in the water.
So all 3 of the student coaches were in the water helping out. It's not like they're calling it from the poolside deck.
Oh, Drew and Michael both went 2:16.
Event number 4, girls 200 yards freestyle. Heat 1.
That's the best time for Drew, and it's super early in the season. I mean, we haven't really done much conditioning. We did at this point in the season.
Swimmer, stay in the pool, please. Swimmer, stay in the pool.
What are the disadvantages of our philosophy?
Swimmers, please remember to not exit the pool until the next heat starts. Unless instructed to exit the pool beforehand. Thank you.
And it is definitely a disadvantage, but it's a conscious choice that we make. We practice 3 days a week, so you only have so much time. So what do you use the time on? And one of those things is not a lot of heavy cardio. So 200 free in early December. Just the fact that Drew Wynn just did a PR is really amazing. That's a testament to his stroke.
Right.
That stroke looked like a good 200 stroke.
Yeah, it did.
Smooth. Not a lot
Really
of
far
splash.
with every stroke.
Yep.
He had the little Jason Lezak wave going.
Got a little gallop.
Devin Cook used to swim that way too, in a wave, go like a dolphin up all the way down. Here, lane 7 here is Shannon O'Malley. Look how long she gets every stroke.
Look how far she goes with every stroke.
And Kateri Mantooth, reach, pull, reach, glide.
You notice
Shannon,
they're on their side.
Watch how far Shannon glides on her right side. Glide. She glides 2 sections of lane rope without swimming. Just glides 2 sections of lane rope.
That really helps in a 200.
Well, I love telling the kids gliding's easier than swimming. That's very nice. Lane 5 from Oakrest is putting on a race for Kateri.
I forgot. I miscounted. It's just an excuse for me. No, I actually miscounted.
You miscounted.
That's how I figured out the last.
It's only 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I confused 5 and 6.
You need to be in Coach Kara's math class. You know, make sure we know how to
You can't count to 8?
No, I just miscounted.
That was a good swim. That was your best time. Drew Wynn, PR.
The strokes were pretty good for both of you.
But
As
Michael
we,
Brock's beautiful.
as we get race, we really got to think about the turns. There are a lot of turns the second 100 where both our hands were down and then we're flipping, right? We want to swim into that turn and really pull ourselves into that somersault.
And it's super important when you're tired. It's more important when you're tired because that's when things fall apart. To think about technique. Think about your streamline off the wall. That's when it falls apart. Think about getting to skate position and gliding and catching up because it falls apart when you're tired.
Right.
And you start breathing and your head's moving all over the place. And then what happens? You get more tired.
That race can be made so much easier with really, really great streamlines and really, really great flip turns. Because eventually, when you start going out faster and racing faster, it turns into, I'm just gonna bounce off the walls and carry my speed. You know, the first 100 is basically taken care of with your start. And then you get to swim and race the second 100. You know, the tighter you can be on your streamline and the better your flip turns can be, you can really take that momentum from your start through almost half the race.
And that's where you beat the guy in the next lane because he's not watching you when you're turning.
Right. But stroke looked good. Yeah.
Shannon O'Malley dropped 7 seconds. Wow. We were talking about how great
7 seconds off of Shannon O'Malley's time.
We were talking about how great her stroke looked, and that was the result.
Heat 2, the final heat. Seated third in lane 4, the senior from Trinity Christian School, Amy Phillips. Seated second in lane 6, the junior from Seton, Stella Paradise.
Hey.
And seated first in lane 5, the freshman from Trinity Christian School, Allie Wiggins.
Madeline Zadnik, lane 1.
Yeah, Madeline Zadnik's down in lane 1. Coach
look at that.
Zadnik.
Isn't that great?
Now this is the opportunity. We have a lot of good swimmers, Clara, Ariana, that are very versatile. So the trick is going to be where to use them best. And Stella, I think, is going to be one of those. So I'm really mixing it up. We can't let Stella just get pigeonholed as a sprinter, although clearly she's a great sprinter. Maybe she might be able to score more points in something like 200 free or 200 IM, because she's a good 4-stroke swimmer. So let's see.
Well, we had a false start in lane 1. Just to review what a false start is, it's when you fall off the blocks ahead of time before the buzzer comes off.
Right, but the reason why she wasn't disqualified there is there was a noise that made her react to that. If there was nothing and she just dove in on her own, then she would be disqualified.
Now, it's interesting that none of the other 9 swimmers reacted to that. Just
Right.
to lane 1.
She is the farthest away, though.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, hardest
Watch
to do.
Stella's turns. I just watched that first turn, second turn, and she got a head length on her, and now she'll get another head length right here. She's so quick off the wall. We were talking in practice about how the wall is red hot. Like you don't place your feet on the wall, you kick the wall. And so watch Stella come off the wall.
And she's in lane 6.
Lane 6, boom, off the
Wow,
wall.
like the bounce like a tennis ball off.
Yeah, and look at how much she just gained time on the wall, which is a great place to gain time. It's just purely technical.
Yep.
And so and now doing a really good turn does take a lot of energy. I had to laugh, Coach Palazzo, when you said you can make the 200 free easy.
By bouncing off the walls?
No, I was a swimmer. I wasn't a University of Florida swimmer, but I swam enough to know there's nothing that can make the 200 free easy.
You can make it a lot easier, right? We don't talk about good, we talk about better, right?
Yeah.
It's not easy, it's easier.
Kids are afraid of the 500. They haven't figured it out yet. 200 is hard because it's a sprint.
It's a sprint.
But it's not quite a sprint.
Look at this.
Look at
That's
this.
beautiful. That's a beautiful stroke.
I had a feeling
she's picking it up. She's picking it up at the end. Oh, isn't that great?
I had a feeling. 207. She just crushed the state cut and the national Catholic cut.
What was the state?
The state cut.
Spotlight lane 2, Stella Paradise. New unofficial personal best of 207, breaking her previous of 216.37.
And state and national Catholic cut.
And state national Catholic cup. Stroke and turn, please rotate. Event number 5, boys 200 individual men.
Good.
Heat
She's someone that
1.
will probably have a lot of options to swim different events at that meet, so getting the cuts is great early on.
Yeah, and then we can look at prior results and see where we think. I think next week she's swimming 200 IM. Do I ever swim at 500 today?
Let's take a look.
I think I might have her swim at 500. I do. So maybe next week she'll swim 2 IM and maybe 100 fly. I mean, we already know she can sprint, so in December we don't need to see her swim 50s and 100s except on relays.
Okay.
And I can get a time on her just leading off the relay. So I want to see what else she could do, because of course 50 and 100 are the 2 most competitive events in the meets, these championship meets. So why go against the hardest thing? Let's find a little niche where she can score more points. And she's so versatile. That was beautiful, Stella.
Thank you.
That was your turns were fabulous. You gained on that girl every turn. You kicked the wall, beautiful streamlines. That was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good swim. The one thing to think about after that is, yes, breathing is what I was going to say.
My throat hurts and like my heart starts hurting.
The air quality is not great. Yeah.
What did you
There's
swim this morning? You had a meet this morning too, right?
100 back and 100 breast. I made finals like 100 breast.
Really?
Great.
So this is your downtime where you go back to finals, or
Hopefully.
yeah.
I thought you said you weren't a breaststroker.
I'm not. It's just because like it's a
Well, you're versatile.
You have 4 good strokes. You're good. Yeah.
2 a.m. next week for Stella. I bet you could be really good at that because you have 4 really good strokes. Your bad strokes, breaststroke, and you finaled, and you just did a great job in a relay split. If that's your bad stroke, 2 a.m. We're gonna try that. That's what I want to hear.
Breathing off the wall, do a couple breaths off the wall, and then it's just a little. When you turn your head is a little bit high. Think about pointing the top of the side of the pool.
Here's Daniel Sockbaum.
Good swim.
He was in 7th grade last year, so he didn't count. And this year, he was pretty good. He's doing really well. He's swimming with Coach Ross. I think he's swimming with Coach Ross. Is he swimming in Group 2? I think he's in Group 2. But look at him coming on. He's, I think, can score points for us. So I'm trying to find a niche for him. You know, these younger kids who are good like Daniel. They're not going to make it in 50 and
Heat 2, the final heat.
But they can make it in 2 IM. 500
Ryan Hall. Seated second in lane 6, the senior from the Heights, Michael James. And seated first in lane 5, the junior from the Heights, Tom Duncan.
Oh, so we got 2 kids seated, 200 and 201. That should be a good race to watch. Yeah.
And then we have in lane 1 and 2.
Connor Karen, Drew Wynn.
It's Drew. Did I put Drew Wynn? Oh, I messed up.
You did.
Drew Wynn in 200 free and 200 on
Loving you right now.
All right.
He's loving Coach Care.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, Drew. Sorry, Drew.
Look at this underwater there.
He's got to be tired. Oops.
So this,
but he's going. He's going fine.
Looks like a front half and a back half IMer from the Heights.
Oh yeah.
Because they're seated a second apart, and
one of them's a breaststroker.
Went out a second and a half faster.
Yeah, Michael James is a breaststroker, I bet. Lane 6. Look at Peter Constanti. He's hanging with Connor and Drew Wynn. In lane 9.
Peter's been dropping times.
Yep. Peter's up in Pat and I's group.
Connor did really well in diving. He was a state finalist last year, so Connor's definitely going to, in the championship meets, we're definitely using one of his events for diving. Right. So we just got to find his second event. And this could be it. He's a good 4-stroke swimmer.
Connor just tried to do a crossover turn there.
Good for him.
It doesn't look like he got 3 Qs.
Describe what a crossover turn is.
So a crossover is a semi-flip turn from your back to breast in an IM. Normally, you have to touch the wall on your back.
Okay.
And that means most people are going to do an open turn like you see, like people do in breaststroke and butterfly. But you only need to touch with one hand. So you kind of cheat enough so that you're on your side and on your back, but you can't go past your side. If you rotate past your side before your flip, then you get disqualified. So if you touch mostly on your back, but pretty much on your side, you touch in that position underwater, and then as soon as you touch with your hand, you spin that into a flip turn and you push off.
Yeah, you like reach over your head.
Right.
Like a hook shot.
So you
reach over your head and touch while you're still on your back.
Oh, okay.
It's hard
We'll
to
get
do.
to that after we push the lane 5 people, the group 5 people into 3.
Well, we probably won't teach crossover turn at all. That's very
special turn.
Very advanced.
Hey,
yeah.
Connor just
Event
did his
6,
best time.
girls 200-yard individual medley. Heat
Could
1.
be because of the crossover turn.
Yeah, Connor and Drew Wynn did his best time.
And Peter
By 5
Constanti
seconds.
did his best time too.
All 3 of them. And they're not, and we talked about conditioning.
And Drew swam the 200.
And Drew swam the 200 free.
3 minutes.
Man, Drew's got
All
it.
right, this is a good meet for Drew.
You gave him a challenge and he met your challenge.
Well, I didn't give him the challenge on purpose. I would never do it on purpose. Doing a meet lineup is very with 113 kids. coach makes mistakes.
You see a Bingham out front.
I like those shoulders on Lucia. A little higher, Lucia. You can see she's trying to get those things up. Nice
And
roll.
she's trying to keep her head back.
Good, yeah, head back.
Looks like she did a nice clean turn in lane 6.
Couple kicks underwater there, good. She's getting the pinky turn pretty well on her entry as well.
Yeah, what Coach Palazzo's talking about is you exit shoulder, then thumb, shoulder first, thumb to the ceiling, and then you turn and slice into the water with your pinky so that you don't create a lot of bubbles and you get your hand deep. And so Lucia was doing a nice job of that.
So you saw all the girls there did an open turn where they touched with their last backstroke arm with one hand, and then do a regular open turn into their breaststroke.
That's the best time. That's the best I've seen you swim.
That's
Your
good.
strokes look good.
Hey, that was nice, Peter.
We're talking to Peter Constantin.
The backstroke looked pretty good. Body position after the butterfly is good. I'd like to see a little bit more tempo on the backstroke arm, right? Because we want to use our arms a lot in the IM and the backstroke so we can save our legs for the breaststroke. Since breaststroke is very leg driven, we want to up the tempo on backstroke and then save the legs for the breaststroke. Good, best time, right?
Yeah, I think you dropped 3 seconds. All right.
Lucia's reaching out front pretty good.
Now, Lucia's been swimming for a while, but she's been on the Seton swim team for 2 years. She was here last year, and then she's here this year, and she's really come a long way. It's good to see.
Yeah,
what a nice long reach.
Now the next step, and this is common, is you drop your elbow and you don't grab as much water. So when we get to practice, I'm sure Lucia's going to watch this. Gets her elbow up and she'll grab more water and go farther on each glide, and then she'll really start to see the benefit.
254 is a 9-second drop for Lucia.
Yeah, beautiful.
Wow, isn't that great?
Beautiful. She's really improving. I like that backstroke.
That's what we're all about, personal best.
Last year we had 1,003 PRs.
Personal
when
records.
we went to states.
Wow.
When we went to states.
2, the final heat, seated third in lane 4, the sophomore from Trinity Christian School, Liz Clanderman. Seated second in lane 6, the 8th grader from Seton, Ariana Aldeguer. And seated first in lane 5, the freshman from Oakcrest, Elizabeth Bryan.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to make it. We had to have 15 PRs to hit 1,000. At the States, you have a lot fewer opportunities.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And we got 18.
Wow, isn't that great?
Now
well,
here,
you get to States and you start getting, it's a psyched up meet. Half of that is overcoming, I don't know, what's holding your back. And you get all excited and you get all the adrenaline. Get records at States.
now there's an interesting dynamic going on here. Elizabeth Bryan is from Oakcrest. Oakcrest is in our conference for the first time this year. And they're an all-girls school, and they're loaded with girls. And this girl is only a freshman. Ariana is our superstar 8th grader. Ariana's going to see this girl, or Clara, or Stella. Someone's going to see this girl again.
Yeah. But look, they're tied for speed. Turns are so important.
A great swim by this girl, going out at a minute.
She's at a minute for the 100?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's
freshman girl. I mean, Ariana's having a heck of a
Ariana will probably be under 220.
Yeah, she did 2:16 last year at Nova Catholic, Northern Virginia Catholic High School Championship, and didn't count.
Oh, why not?
Because she was in 7th grade.
so we couldn't use her score.
All right, freestyle.
Boy, that Elizabeth Bryant's done this before. All right, look how long. Ariana, how tall could she be? She looks a lot taller in the water.
Yeah.
Look how far she goes every stroke. She really holds a lot of water for a small. Look at that kick at the end of a 200 IM.
She's pouring it on, too. Look at that.
209.
Oh, Ariana got well under. Nice swim, Ariana. 213. Wow.
Ariana, hold it.
Look at this. Look at this. Shaking hands after a competitive race like that. I love to see that.
Let's just put that swim in perspective for Ariana. She just went 2:13.83. She's in 8th grade. Our team record is held by Jessica Dunn, who set it in 2008. So it's a almost 15-year-old team record at 2:11 high.
Wow. Wow.
Jessica Dunn, who was one of Seton's all-time best swimmers. In fact, the race, 2:11.80, is on the Seton YouTube
Event number
highlights
7,
channel.
boys 50-yard freestyle. Heat 1.
If you go to Seton swimming videos and look at all-time greatest swims, you'll see Jessica's 2:11.80.
Wow.
Heat 1 swimmers, please step up.
For 200 IM.
I think Ariana's going to break it this year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look out.
That's not
Look out.
lasting through
This
this.
would be great to watch.
Jessica now is a mother. She's a nurse. We might have to get Jessica back. I haven't seen Jessica in years. Her parents, Lynn and Pat, I mean the Dunns were stalwarts of the team for years.
Wow,
Melissa
great.
Dunn, and Pat Dunn and Lynn, we had a lot of fun traveling to, I remember the meets, National Catholics up at Villanova we'd go to every year.
Wow, great.
Jessica was a team captain.
Anastasia Garvey dropped 10 seconds in lane 2.
Man, she swims with you, right, Coach Ross?
Yep, yeah.
Raphael?
She's been doing great at practice. I actually had her demonstrate a drill the other day because she looked the best out of anyone in the pool. Which, you know, I love to highlight anyone that's really doing the drill correctly and can show.
Oh, Raphael was just in the wrong
rest
lane,
of the
that's
team,
all.
no matter what time they go, you know, finished 4th in the race, and Ariana beat her there, but you could finish last in the race and be doing the skill better than the person that.
You know, another thing I did with Anastasia this week is I had her swim in breaststroke in the B relay to get a split. Because I saw her breaststroke in practice. And I'm like, you know, I always thought of her as a backstroker, but she's really good at breaststroke. I mean, she can swim butterfly. She's a 4-stroke swimmer. So she's going to find a home on our relay somewhere because she can do so much.
All right, we're off to 50 freestyle. These are some of our Group 5 swimmers. And what we're looking for is to hand out front and glide. Hand out front and glide. And Dominic Henry's got that down.
Dominic is doing so much better. Look at Daniel Kohlhaas. Nice.
So these are going to be time trials, right?
Yeah. Dominic dropped 9 seconds.
Wow,
Daniel
great.
dropped 10 seconds. Raphael dropped 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
That's all the work we've been doing at practice.
Yep. And Raphael was one of our brand new swimmers last year.
Yeah.
Not,
Here, watch Tim Blanchette in lane 2. He's the senior, first-year swimmer senior.
Go, Jack! Go, Jack!
Look at his streamline. Look where he popped up.
Good glide on his dive.
Wow, great.
And Jack Gregory's first-year swimmer. He's a junior in lane 10 here. It's hard to see. He tried to do his first flip turn. That was great. And John Cooley. Look at John Cooley in lane 9.
You notice how John Cooley's got his hand out front?
Tim Blanchette's going to get 4th in this heat. Tim Blanchett.
Finished on his side. I like that.
Way to go.
Tim Blanchett just dropped 5 seconds.
Yeah, John!
Aiden McCardle dropped 2 seconds.
Jack Gregory dropped about 6 seconds, 6.5.
Let's go, JJ!
John
John
Cooley.
Cooley
Oh my
dropped 4
gosh.
seconds.
That's
Joseph
great.
Dewan dropped a second. Nice. We're piling up the PRs
Yeah,
here,
just
Coach.
start counting the PRs now. Oh, look at that. Who's that?
Oh, down in lane 1's Harper Thornett. He is the superstar diver. You should have seen him in the diving competition.
I watched him last year.
That guy can dive.
There we go. There's JJ Cooley coming in, reaching. Charlie Dusek in lane 10.
Joseph Benarik in lane 2 just did his best time.
Heat 4.
Ryan Bachman dropped 2 seconds. I thought Nick Vaughn's not here.
We've got a lot of personal records on that one.
Here, let me go work that on this second, because I thought his father told me he wasn't here, Nick Vaughn. But it looks like he is here.
Good race in the middle here.
Hey.
Heat 5.
All right, we got Heat 5. Boys 50 free. One of the fastest events. It's good to see. Good to see. There's Heat 5.
Swimmers stay in the water, please. Swimmers stay in the water, please.
Colin Wynn got a 1 second PR, 1.5 second.
Heat 6.
Greg Power got 2 second PR. That's great. Aaron Bishop about a 1 second PR. Lane 8. Got Liam Haliski, lane 4. Diego Martinez, lane 5. Josh Bermani, lane 6. 4, 5, and 6. Lane 7.
Mitchell.
7.
Freedom Center staff has been wonderful.
Lane 4. Liam Haliski just got a 3 second PR. Liam Haliski just did great. About 27 down to 25.
25, that's pretty good. Now we're starting to get in range.
Patrick Kay did well.
Third in lane 4, the senior from the Heights, Finn Galvin. Seated second in lane 6, the junior from the Heights, Sean Front. And seated first, the sophomore from the Heights, Matthew Rowe.
All right, arguably the fastest event in the whole day.
Hey, Coach Dalrymple just told me Michael Zahorchek and Dominic Judge both broke 30 for the first time.
Whoa, great.
So that's good. This is the big boys right here, some of them. Look at this. Matthew Rose. David Hudson, 24.89.
Whoa.
Best time.
Event number 8, girls 50-yard freestyle. Heat 1.
Noah Yoon down in lane 1 at 24.31. That's his best time.
Good job, David. Cora Kramer's in lane 6. She's been on the team. This is her second year on the team. And she's really doing great.
Spotlight on that
Nice, nice and straight.
Matthew Rose, a sophomore from the Heights. Personal record, new record 21.95, beating his own 23.26. Blew it away.
Yeah, that 23.25 was probably Matthew's high school time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 21's pretty fast. You don't just pop at 21. You got
to work to the 21.
You got some hours in early mornings to go 21 as a sophomore in high school.
Can I have your attention, please? We need a Trinity coach to see the head referee. Trinity coach to the head referee. Heat 2.
This is perfect because we're going to take a short break, and I wanted to interview Morgan Bailey.
Great.
The former assistant coach for Trinity now, but he was the head coach, remember, for several years when we were going head to head.
Yeah.
When Trinity had Brooke Williams and Annalise and the Clanderman girls and Haley Silvernail and that, the whole crowd. And so I want to go interview him. I just picked up the stick mic to walk over there, and then Mr. Klebb, John Klebb, the voice of Seton Swimming, who also hasn't had a kid at Seton for a decade. Just called him over to talk to the referee. So.
Well, there's your golden opportunity. All right. Heat 2, 50 yards. Oh, we've got Brianna Schillenberg, lane 1. Oh, she's doing great. Camilla Cusby, Nora Blanchett, Bella Wynn in lane 8, and Veronica Gonzalez, lane 9.
Swimmers, please stand in line.
Are we missing Camilla?
Just do me a favor and don't mention my real job on your interview.
Here we go. I'm with Coach. Here, we'll just start.
Right now.
Here, you can take this. Just hold it right under your chin.
Okay, got it.
I'm with the Trinity assistant coach, Morgan Bailey, is your daughter's in the water right now?
She is.
Where is she?
She is in lane 7.
Lane?
And I got Holly in lane 5.
Oh, you got a double.
Yep. Lane 5, 35.8, and then 37.0.
Yeah, Coach Bailey was the head coach for years. Back when we had some epic. We had a
good battles.
We had a conference championship meet that was a half point, right? You were the coach then?
I don't remember if it was a half point, but I remember staying up at night for many hours trying to figure out how to beat you. So yes.
A half. The difference was a half a point.
I remember that meet.
600 points scored.
Yeah.
And the difference was a half a point. It was like 300 and something to 300 and something and a half.
Yes.
It was amazing. That's how tight those meets were. Boy, you had a team.
Well, it's the competition that makes all that happen. So it's hard to have a good team if you don't have people to race. So Seton has always been there in depth and in talent. And a lot of that is, of course, credit to you and your staff. So.
Now you have a swimming background, right?
Well, I used to swim many moons ago. for Oakland University and for Cal State Bakersfield. And coaches were Ernie McGlishko and then Pete Upland at Oakland. And then I did some coaching in college for a few years at...
Not just anywhere.
Well, UNLV and Auburn and Georgia and LSU.
Yeah, they do some swimming at Auburn back in those days.
We like to think we did, yeah.
How many national championships did you win when you were there?
One on the men's side at Auburn, a second place at Auburn, and then 2 women's championships at Georgia were back-to-back.
Did you have Carolyn Joyce in that?
She came after me. I had Courtney Shealy. She was the one that I coached. And she made, she was NC2A Swimmer of the Year, and then 2000 Sydney Games, she won the gold medal in the 400 free relay.
Wow. Have you met Coach Ross Palazzo?
I haven't. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Morgan.
Coach swam at the University of Florida.
Oh, really?
Graduated in 2019.
Oh, we're not going to be able to talk anymore. Sorry.
Doesn't sound like it. You have quite the credentials. Though.
Well, Florida has always been very strong and is really strong today.
Very strong. Yeah, we have taken up the Auburn mantle since in the SEC. The men have now won. We're going for our 10th in a row this year, but before that, I think Auburn had 14 SEC titles in a row.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I do remember one time we swam SECs down at your pool in Gainesville, and I remember the 100 freestyle. Of the 8 finalists, there were 7 Auburn finalists and 1 Florida guy in there representing. And I don't remember who it was, but he did a good job.
I mean, in that day, Auburn dominated the sprint.
Oops. Stop.
That relay from the guys that were there at that time still has the national record.
Yeah, I think it was in Taggett and I can't remember who it was. Yeah.
And Biscay.
Yeah.
Biscay swam at Auburn?
Yeah. Yep.
Biscay for Sky.
Is he the guy that Jason Lezak ran down?
No, but he was on that relay. Yeah, he had the next fastest split on the French relay.
Right. Yeah. Freddie was French.
Yep.
Yeah. Freddie Biscuits. Very fast.
We've been working on freestyle, Coach, a lot, trying to get people on their side and gliding and catching up a little. We don't do effective freestyle with this group. We just concentrate on efficient. So that's an example. Lane 7. See how she reaches and glides on her side?
Right.
Who's that? Heat 7. Oh, that was Kylie. That was Kylie Fifield. That was just a beautiful example of what we've been teaching. Just a really.
It's important to be patient in the front of that stroke.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Even when you're being aggressive, there's still a patience.
Right. And I've been working with some of my swimmers on, keeping that hand relaxed out front and then accelerating through the pole.
I'm going to steal that from you, Coach.
Hey, we all steal everything we know, so that's all right.
Well, we try to find so many ways to explain it, like keep it out there and take advantage of being in that great body position, glide, and now I say, that's a new way to say it, be patient out front.
Yeah.
Hey, that's great. I like that.
Don't be in a rush to get out of that beautiful body position.
Nice. That's right.
Hold on.
Seated second in lane 6, the 8th grader competition. And seated first, junior from Trinity Christian School, Kristen Roman.
Nope. Okay.
We got,
oh, here we go.
Mary Pettifather and Maggie Gibbons are missing today. So this is a great opportunity for our Elodie Brox in lane 4. She's been coming on like gangbusters.
Yeah, 37.82.
Her best time's 27:12. She ain't doing no 27:12 today.
No?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Well, we got a good race here for first and second.
You're Christian Womack.
Yeah.
She's a junior now.
Yeah.
Come on, Elodie.
Little short on the touch.
All right.
Not bad.
All right, headed Rose Walnut, Rosie. Rosie did her best time.
All right, Coach, I'm going to head back to my spot here. Okay, it's really good to talk with you guys.
Well, you were my interview for the break.
We
already did it.
I thought that's what this was.
It was. We did it.
Okay.
Good. You know what? Let's go, Coach. Let's go talk to Coach Knopf.
Okay.
actually.
Good. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Coach.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You guys are always fun to race against.
Oh, it's great.
We have fun. Well, not always fun.
Yeah, but fun competing.
Not as fun when we're second. So I got to ask you sometime what it feels.
Here, just stand over here. We gotta get here. I'm with Coach Knopf. Not Coach Knopf, Coach Knopf. Trinity Christian. I was just over there talking to your predecessor and now assistant. Good job recruiting him back, huh? Morgan Bailey.
Oh yeah, we're super excited to have him back. He is like the swim guru, and I've learned so much coaching through him. He's just, whenever he talks to our kids, he's just so inspirational. And there's something about the way like his experience and his knowledge of swim just is, it's so different than any other person I've ever coached with. So.
Well, what I've noticed is you seem to have some of those abilities also.
Thank you.
No, I watch the way you are with the kids. The kids get very excited. You get them pumped up. You keep a healthy competition, but you get them like Kristen Womack right there.
Yeah.
That was a nice swim for her.
It was. Well, and there's a lot of like fine-tuning things. Obviously, beginning of the season, we're still getting the hang of things and the flow of how the meets are. But little things here and there that we got to tweak. But our team's looking pretty strong.
It sure is.
A lot of new swimmers. People have moved from all over the U.S. and I'm excited to see what we have to work with this season.
Yeah, and you probably noticed Oakcrest in the water.
Yes, I did.
Man, they're not messing around.
And they have a pretty large swim team too for all girls.
Yeah, they got the depth. That's always been Seton's big advantage is depth.
Right.
So we'll win a meet by getting, the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Right.
Now Oakcrest can do the same thing. So the conference championship might be completely up in the air this year.
I am super excited.
Three teams.
Right.
It's never been more. It's always been us and you.
Right.
Seton and Trinity, and now it's 3 teams. So that's gonna be.
No, I love that we have more higher level competition too, and it makes our conference more fun, more exciting, and
Yeah.
look forward to.
This whole not having this.
Please start moving back to the starting areas. The meet will continue in approximately 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes, we're going to continue to meet. Start moving towards your starting areas now. Participants free to event 11. All stroke and turn referees. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the new conference we have.
Yeah.
And you had John Paul the Great, and Fredericksburg Christian. And it's great. We're starting to meet every meet with a prayer now instead of just with our team.
Right.
And we should have been doing that all along. It's wonderful, and the competition's great, and everybody's friendly. Teams come with help.
This year's going to be very interesting to see what everyone.
Event number 11, boys 100 yard.
It's going to be super exciting. I cannot wait.
All right, Coach.
I'll see you
Keep
later.
up the good work.
Thanks, you too.
Coach Alyssa Knopf. Talking to Mr. Alderner, I think that team record for 200 IM might be in danger. That team record's 2:11.80, and she just went 2:13 at the beginning of the season. So, it's the team record for 2 IM certainly in danger before she graduates, but it's probably in danger this year. Is that Connor Kerr?
That's exciting there. Lane 7.
Well, I told Connor, I said, Connor, you're swimming all 8 events. So he says, Dad, can I swim this and this? I said, well, you're swimming all 8 events, so it doesn't matter. It's just when you're swimming them. So I said, well, just put me in 100 fly now. So he's going to get it done with.
Okay.
Awesome.
To the final heat. Seated third
And he did his best
for
time.
Senior from the Carter High School, Ryan
great.
Self. Seated second in lane 6, the senior from the Heights, Michael James. And seated first, the sophomore from the Heights, Jack Garvey.
Yeah, Ronan Self. He's a pretty good swimmer from Carmel. We've seen him at the D2 invite. Michael James was in that IM. And he was a breaststroker, by the way. Remember we were guessing, is he a breaststroker? He had a gorgeous breaststroke. You know, I don't know.
They had a pretty good breaststroker on the relay.
Look at Joe Wilson, wheelchair two months ago,
Joe
is
Wilson,
in this
lane
race.
3.
100 butterfly in lane 3.
Wow.
He doesn't even have that much time in the water. Yep, Michael James was their breaststroker at the Heights.
Who's that?
Event 12, girls 100-yard butterfly. Heat 1, which is also the final heat. Seated third in lane 4, the 7th grader from Trinity Christian School, Allie Myers. Seated second in lane 6, the junior from Trinity Christian School, Regan Booth. And seated first in lane 5, the 8th grader from Seton, Ariana Alvarez.
Stella's not feeling well.
Oh, no.
She was up at 4 a.m. for our USA meet this morning.
Right.
And she's feeling sick to her stomach, and got her in the 500.
Oh.
Normally I'd just say do it, but she swam a USA meet this morning. She used to swim at Ireton, so she swam the 500 there. She swam it at MCAT, so it's not like she's afraid of the 500.
Yeah.
Which would be my first thought. And so
it is a challenge.
she's just going to swim the relay and give it another shot. Is that Ariana?
Yep.
You know, when she gets bigger, it makes me wonder if Anna Kenna's butterfly record, 58-51, is in danger.
Uh-oh.
I mean, she's going to have to be bigger and longer. But with that stroke so good in only 8th grade, she could be below 58 long before she graduates. 58 right now. So she was inside the flags at the record. So I think Anna Kenna's record's going to disappear. Well, Claire Condon might get it too.
Yeah. She just dropped 4 seconds.
Insane.
That's crazy. That's all.
She just went 101.86. She's going to break a minute in 100 fly this year.
Yes.
At 4 feet 11. 8th grade.
I think Clara will.
Event number 13, boys 100-yard freestyle. Heat 1.
Great to see.
She just got all right, hey John.
Spotlight that last heat, lane 5, Ariana Alvarez. Just qualified for National Catholics and the state tournament. Breaking her own record of 105.08 in the 101.
That's a pretty good PR. And we're still early in the season.
swim. Very good swim. Very technically correct through the whole thing. I'd like to see her first 50 of that IM look more like the first 50 of that 100 fly, and we've probably got that IM. On the IM, the dolphin kicks on the start, where it's not as aggressive, and just starting her off at a lower speed, at the beginning of the race. It's so important to carry that speed through the first part of your IM.
Yeah, no, this is like the final exam for us. So many kids. The group 5 kids, we're going to keep working on freestyle. But look at Jack Gregory there in lane 7. And Raphael LaCoy. This is Jack's first year swimming. You can see he's trying to get on his side,
It's the end of 100. It's the last 25 he's just tired now.
He's trying to get to the end.
Yep.
He's
all right. He's doing great.
He wouldn't have been able to do this 3 weeks ago, I guarantee you that.
And he's getting his arm out front. Every stroke, there's a hand out front. Just what we're trying to teach him.
One of the biggest things that's going to help him is, rotating his head to breathe.
Yeah.
Every breath he's taking there is picking up his head, and it's compromising a lot of his stroke and his body position, and also his momentum down the pool.
His hip strap.
Yep.
But in spite of that, at time trials, he went 2:10.25, and he just went 1:46. So he dropped 24 seconds.
Yeah.
And Raphael LaCoy just dropped 18 seconds. Was Daniel Kohlhaas supposed to be in that race? Yeah,
Yeah, he was in there.
Oh, he did. He did about the same time. Here's Tim Blanchett, lane 9, senior. Aiden McCardle's in lane 10. Oh, there's a ton of Seton kids. Joseph Menarick in lane 6. Ryan Bachman. Ryan Bachman's a big hockey player. Good athlete. Noah Vaughn's in lane 3. John Cooley's in lane 2. Joseph Dewan. He swam years ago and he came back this year. He's a junior.
Miss Aiden McCardle down here in lane 10, who's made huge improvement over the past couple of years.
Yeah. When he first came to the team, he didn't really, never swum before.
Yep. He was not comfortable in the water. Now he's very comfortable in the water.
He's very progressed from basically that previous heat into this heat now, where, that next group up of swimmers.
Yeah, and he comes to practice, he's smiling and laughing. He's found his comfort zone with this swimming thing. Come on, Tim.
So I'm watching to make sure everybody does a flip turn.
Did they all do flip turns?
I'm looking. I haven't seen somebody. Oh,
almost. We'll get there. We just worked for some of these kids. We started to learn a flip turn for the very first time
this past week.
Yep. Oh, I didn't see Ryan Bachman's time. Yeah, this is where Tim Blanchett dropped 4 seconds, did his best time. Yeah, this is where you can see how you got to touch the pad below the water.
Yeah, I was just noticing that.
You got to work on finishes next week. Yep. They're stopping and grabbing the end of the wall. The object of the race is to get to the wall before the other guy. If you were actually acting that out, you would never grab the top of the wall.
Right. It's extra effort. It's a little farther.
Yeah. No, you'd get on your side, head down, and you'd reach. Get your hand on the wall before the other guy. Here we got some new ones here.
Ben Ellis in lane 10, J.G. Cooley lane 9, Jonas Wilson lane 7. Everybody's doing, whoa, nice stroke.
This
lane
Heights
9.
kid, Antonio Zelaya, if that's how you pronounce it, He's seated at 115, which is why he's in this heat, but he's not going to do 115, that's for sure. Charlie Dusek's first year swimmer out in lane 1. He's a freshman, first year on the Seton team anyway.
I love to see flip turns even when you're tired on that third wall.
In lane 5.
Oh, he's picking it up there.
Wow. His best time, 1:15.
And he touches under the water.
He did his best time, Joey Lynch. Lane 7, Jonas Wilson did his best time. Lane 9, J.J. Cooley did his best time by 3 seconds. Ben Ellis did his best time by 5 seconds.
Great.
Heat 4.
All right. Four of 6. Heat 4 of 6. So they're going to start to get faster. Here, Michael Zahorchek's in the middle lane. He's the one who broke 30 into 50 free. Aaron Bishop in lane 6. He's looking very strong.
Coach Judge's son.
Yep, Coach
Lane 8.
Judge's son, Dominic. He moved up. I moved him up to a group this week because he's been working so hard in practice.
Awesome.
I love when you see a kid working hard and listening, then yeah, you need more. Yep. I'm going to give you more. Kenneth Wynn's first year on the team, 8th grade, Drew's little brother. Their older brother's a senior, Colin. He couldn't make it today. I can't wait to see him swim.
Oh.
It's his first year on the team.
Time trials.
Is it Colin's first year on the team?
Yeah, Colin's first year on the team, senior. So the whole Wynn family's showing up. There's a girl, Bella, 7th grader. Boy, Michael Zahorchek did his best time by 3 seconds. Aaron Bishop, 3 seconds.
Heat 5.
Dominic Judge, 6 seconds.
Oh, wow, isn't that great?
I knew we should have moved him up. That's good. How did Kenneth Wynn do? Just right at his time. Yeah. Yeah, Aaron Bishop, he's going to have to swim if he gets into the Naval Academy.
Who's in lane 1?
Is Colin Wynn in lane 1? I didn't think he was coming. Oh, maybe I was wrong. There he is, Colin Wynn, senior, first year on the team.
And this is Liam Haliski out front.
Liam Haliski.
Awesome.
Nice. Nice long wall.
Look at that.
He's got a nice long stroke. Wow.
There's Patrick K over here in lane 10 holding his own, I gotta tell you.
Patrick K, the K family. I was just at Christenham last night for Christmas at Christenham.
Yeah.
And Coach Scott K, first year coach, is the CFO out there, VP of Finance, I think they call him.
Great.
Nice. Liam Haliski. Nice.
Nice job, Liam.
Seated second in lane 6, the freshman from Trinity Christian School, Tyler Phillips. And seated first in lane 5, the sophomore from the Heights, Matthew Rose.
Colin Wynn dropped. Josh Fiormani dropped. Lane 6. Jed Albin dropped. Greg Bauer. Luke Mantooth. What was Luke Mantooth's time?
I didn't get Luke's time. I just.
God, I'm gonna go back to video and watch that one. I wish I would have realized he was in the race because he's like 6 feet 4 inches tall. I really can think he can be long in that freestyle.
Well, Liam Haliski he got 59 seconds and something.
Yeah. Wow. Liam Haliski. Nice. Remember we talked about how you reach all the way through and flip your wrist? Look at this guy. This is Matthew Rose from the Heights. Look at his left hand. Comes out at his knees. He gets the entire pull. Everyone watching this. He's going fast. Pole to move your arms fast. He's moving his arms plenty fast. 47.81.
Good swim.
That was like, I hope all the Seton people watch that Jamison Hill video I sent out. It's on the Seton swimming all the time.
14. Freestyle.
JJ under a minute.
That's what it looks like that when you pull all the way through.
Peter's going to break a minute.
What did JJ Brox do?
December.
59.2.
Okay, and William Sockbond. Okay. They just need to get in shape. They already swim well. Yeah, Tiago right on his best time. Tiago Martinez, 7th grader. In the fast heat.
Peter Constanti got a PR. He's at 1:00:47.
Nice.
He's this close to breaking a minute.
Oh man, when Peter Constanti breaks a minute, that's going to be a great day. He tries so hard.
Yeah, he does. He's a great attitude too.
All right, Cora Kramer's in this heat.
Oh, I love to see her swim because she's done so great in practice.
She was a beginning swimmer last year, and we do the cystic fibrosis swimathon on New Year's Eve every year. That little girl swam 200 lengths of the pool.
That's awesome.
Beginning swimmer, 4 feet, 11 inches tall, and she did it.
She did. Good swim, William.
That's a lot of heart.
Good job.
That is. That's a
swim.
lot.
Yeah,
Nice.
best time.
Nice.
I know.
Hey, you're gonna.
And you're still really, really flat. All right, we want to get even more on our
He's
side.
talking to Peter
okay?
Constanti.
Every single
Coach
stroke,
Palazzo.
we're driving our shoulder and our hip through so that we can engage the whole side of our body when we pull. Right. Right now, we're just swimming like this, basically. So you're just pulling with your arms. Right. We really want to drive our hip through and use that to pull all that water. Okay. But good place to start for this year. Good job.
You're gonna
Nice
break
job.
a minute, Peter. We got Veronica Gonzalez in lane 6. She also did the swimathon. So when these people say I can't do it, and these beginning swimmers do it,
yeah,
it's all heart. And Brianna Schillenberg.
Let's go, Bella!
Charles is concerned the lane 7 block is a little wiggly. Charles Seltman is our longtime referee. He actually was one of the people who started the Seton swimming team very early on in 1995. And he's been our referee ever since. So he's still our referee. I mean, he has kids. I think his youngest kid is at least 40s. Wow. I mean, they haven't been in Seton in a long time. Well, my kids, I have a 38-year-old, and his kids are older than my kids. So his youngest kid is in their 40s.
Okay. And
Stephanie. She's still doing.
Supporting Seton swimming.
Still, and that's one of the big things that allows us to have these meets, having that level of ability, certification, and caring and dedication to come out and allow us to have these big meets, because now we have a ref who can handle it. He's done big U.S. meets.
So we have Sophia Colehouse here in lane 10. She's been doing it great in practice, staying nice and straight, getting her hand out front, turning to the side to breathe.
I like how relaxed her arms are coming over the top and really leading with the elbow. You know, the start of this stroke, and the shoulder and the elbow to bring it out, and then the hand comes through on the inside.
Look at Claire Heine in lane 5. Look how long she gets on her, especially her right side. Boom, reach, nice. And Molly Bauer in lane 4. And then in lane 2 and 3 is Bella Wynn, and Nora's in lane 2. Camilla Quispe, little 6th grader on our homeschool team. She is so much fun to watch in Group 5 practice.
Always smiling.
always smiling. Claire Heine, the lieutenant, I call her, dropped 4 seconds. I didn't see what Veronica Bingham did.
Yeah, I just looked up in the clock reset.
Yeah. Look at Helena O'Keefe trying to catch up. That's good. She really listens. Now you're allowed to cheat a little when you do this. You can pull down just a little before your hands touch. So Helena's obviously not a cheater, so we're going to have to teach her to cheat a little bit more on this right side. There she goes. Nice.
Sophia Haliski looking good out in lane 2.
Oh, great. Oh, Sophia Haliski. First year on the team, 7th grader. She's going to be a good one.
Jane Jones is doing really well, too.
Oh, there's Kit Blanchett in lane 3. We are really enjoying her Wednesday, Friday, aren't we, Jerry?
Yes.
Coach Zadnik.
Looks like she lost her goggles.
Yep, but she
still
lost her
swimming
goggles,
through
it's still going.
Yep.
She listened. What did we tell him in practice?
You don't stop.
Don't stop,
don't
fix your
stop.
goggles.
She's got a great backstroke, too. We'll get to backstroke.
When I was a kid, we did swimming practice with no goggles. And we'd go home and put drops in our eyes because they were so bloodshot red. And now, I mean, people wouldn't dream of doing a practice without goggles. And it was the norm. And right before practice, because there's going to be so many kids, of course, they'd load the pool up with chlorine.
Oh.
I could not stand swimming without goggles, and I would do everything in my power to make sure I did not have a miscue during my races.
But did it ever happen?
Very few times. I was very lucky. You know, you
Okay.
get some leaks and stuff. You swim through that all the time. But I was always checking my goggles before the race and making sure they were tight.
Boy, we were talking in the opener about Noemi Rodriguez, who lost her goggles in lane 5. That's her. So now she's not going to put her face in the water quite as well because she's not quite as comfortable.
She did a nice flip turn.
But she still did a flip turn, doing really well.
Yep.
And who's this in lane 7?
Katie Bauer.
Oh, Katie Bauer's in lane 9.
In lane
Aoife
9.
Haggerty. Look at how well she's doing. Reach, reach. She's good out front. And now we'll work on pulling all the way through. Get all these kids pulling all the way through. Allison Keespe out in lane 1's having a good race. Nice. Aoife Haggerty. Drop 3 seconds. All right, Kira Cool. Yeah, in lane 2 did well. Allison Keespe right on her time. And Katie Bauer looks so good. How does she do? She got 4 seconds. Got 4 seconds. Not surprising.
4 seconds. Katie Bauer's doing great.
We have to give Noemi another shot at that. You know, we should do a set where they have to swim a 50 or 100 without their goggles.
Just to get used to it, so
Just
it
to get
doesn't
used
freak
to
them
it.
out.
Or just go underwater and open your eyes. It's
Yeah, you gotta
actually
move a
possible.
little bit, yeah.
It's actually possible. Let's just do that. That's probably the major step.
Okay, so
I
two
could
things.
never open my eyes underwater. Yes, you can, actually.
And you can actually see something.
We did it in pools for as long as there's pools, all the way up until the last couple generations. Oh. So that when their goggles fall off, they're not debilitated. Right. Is Betsy Arnold in this race? Yep. There she is in lane 6. She's got herself a nice little race going with
Lane 4.
So watch
with
her time.
Lena Brown, a 7th grader, and another 7th grader from Trinity Christian. Betsy and Lena Brown.
Still got the
Watch
energy.
Betsy's time.
This is
She
going to
did
be
a great
good.
job in the,
Finish.
in the 53.
Betsy, 3-second drop, almost
Isn't
4
that great?
seconds, and a great finish.
Even with that fast turnover, she was getting a nice quick breath, really low in the water.
And she's straight.
Six.
Let's go, Orla!
Megan Condon close to her time, Lily Waldron close to her time. How did Kylie do in lane 7? Kylie Fifield. She was close to her time. Elizabeth Francis, she was close to her time. Yeah. Elizabeth Francis did well in diving this morning. We're building up a girls diving team. Coach Ashley Keeproth coaches diving. She's one of the ones we should have mentioned in the opening. She doesn't have no kids at Seton anymore. She doesn't have kids at Seton and has never had kids at Seton. And she's our head diving coach, just like getting Coach Palazzo here.
She loves diving.
She was a
That's why
Tennessee
she's
State
here.
champion.
Wow.
And she was a conference finalist at George Mason all 4 years.
Great.
And apparently she paid her way through law school. She's actually an attorney and a mother by
Wow.
day. And
And
she paid her way through law school coaching junior national divers.
Wow.
And she is so good.
Wow.
We are so lucky.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
I'm glad to see that being exemplified by the head coach. Gratitude.
Well, I'm double glad because Connor has benefited as much as anybody. He was state finalist. Never dove before in his life.
Wow.
That woman's good.
Yep. Coached Mary Claire Waldron to break the team record last year. She was great at states for our girls.
Yep,
too.
Mary Claire Waldron. Yep, broke the team record. That's right, 6-dive record.
Who was it? 2 years ago, we won the conference because of the girl diver, and she swam.
Oh, yeah.
Won the conference because of her diving.
Emma Katabi. Emma Katabi. Emma Katabi. Okay, this is one of our top swimmers. She's been fighting a little shoulder stuff. So I told her, at her level, I told her, Clara, I care about January.
There you go.
Because she's a 4-stroke swimmer.
Yeah.
Lane 6.
Great first
Lane
25.
She's going to get the butterfly record. She did so well in the butterfly leg of the relay. I was worried we were going to have to use her in backstroke for the relay, but I think Ariana can handle backstroke because they're both good underwater.
Look how far she goes with every stroke. It's really beautiful to see.
Yeah.
She's got good turns. So does Kate Shoemate, though. Kate Shoemate had a great turn right there from Emmanuel Christian in lane 4. Jacqueline Oswald in lane 7 is really doing well.
She's doing well leading one of the lanes in my group.
She did her best time, and it's only December 3rd. We've done almost no cardiovascular training, and she did her best time.
Not surprising. She's really been purposeful. She was the first person to give me her goal card. Very first person. The day after we assigned it. She was ready. She knew exactly what she wanted.
And she comes in and coaches Wednesday, Friday, Group 5.
It's awesome.
She's pretty much largely
500-yard freestyle. Heat 1, the final heat. Seated third in lane 4, the junior from Trinity Christian, Justin Kim. Seated second in lane 6, the 8th grader from Seaton.
Awesome swim.
Lionel
Way to go.
Martinez. In lane 5, the senior from the high school, Peter.
Yeah, so Jacqueline Oswald, who just walked by, that's who Coach Palazzo said, awesome swim. That was a nice swim. And
nice.
The leadership she's showing on Wednesday, Friday, she leads their dry land session.
Yep.
She's just taking charge.
She's there early and gets it started.
Good swim.
She takes charge. That was
First
a good
25 was awesome.
swim. Talking to
Until we were under the flags, right? So we need to get a little bit more air into us. because the last length kind of started slipping out front a lot. Yeah. Right. So it was a really good first 25, pretty good opening 50, and then second 50 wasn't quite there, but that's all right. The dive was awesome, breakout was awesome.
Yeah, and the third turn you mentioned.
Yeah, if we can sneak in a couple breaths in that first 25, it's going to help our back half a lot more. But yeah, stretch out and
Yeah,
feel good.
is your shoulder okay? Hurting a little? Yeah, don't push it too hard right now.
Yep.
We want that shoulder in February.
Yeah.
Or actually January 7th. The way our conference is set up, it's so hard with our schedule. No one wants to have really conference championship kind of regular season meets in December. It's just too early. So then you get to January and we have National Catholics, Nova Catholics, we have the JV Invitational. So really it comes down to one time when all of the conference schools, and we did this years ago and we just kind of adopted it, all the conference schools say, okay, for the regular season championship, we're going to do it the first Saturday in January because that's a weekend everyone can make it, and almost everyone has all their kids, right? They're just back from break, everyone's in school, there's no dances, I mean, you know, everyone just did all the Christmas stuff, so they're not having, so that weekend decides the regular season conference championship, which Seton has won 28 years in a row now.
Wow.
But I was just talking to Coach Knopf at that break.
Yeah.
And now Oakcrest, watching them here, we got our hands full, and it's not. It was always Trinity Christian. Now it's Trinity Christian and Oakcrest. Man, we cannot lose that streak. And we often do it with depth, but Oakcrest has depth.
Yeah, they have a lot of girls.
We're not going to get the third, fourth, and fifth like we're used to getting.
Okay.
Yeah. They beat us in that JV Invitational a few years ago, and all those girls can score now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They're D1 school, I think. Or no, they're D2. Are they D2? Trinity Christian just moved up to D1, which is a bummer. Who's this? Oh, this is Lionel Martinez.
So this is a great thing about high school swimming, where Lionel's in 8th grade and he gets exposed to awesome levels of competition here because he's a swimmer who is really, really good, but he's probably been swimming age group swimming. And so any of the club meets that he's going to still now, he's, been out of the 11-12 age group, he's swimming the 13-14, and he's the best swimmer. And now you show up to high school and you're racing against
Peter James, who's a senior from the Heights.
Guys that are 4, almost 5 years older than Lionel, and it's just an awesome opportunity for him to get some good racing in with some great competition.
There, Justin Kim outside of Peter James in lane 4. He's a junior.
So Lionel's holding 32s right now. Let's see. He looks really good, and he's coming back on Justin here.
Yeah, and Tavish Self is in lane 3 from the Carmel School.
Yep.
There's some good swimmers in this race. We saw Tavish Self last year.
He just outsplit him by almost a second and a half there on that 50.
Outsplit who?
Justin, 2 lanes over.
Oh yeah, 32.29 and 33.66. So more than a second and a half almost. And his technique is so good. Let's watch their walls. Let's see who wins the battle of the walls. In the 500, there's 19 turns.
Go!
So let's see who gets the walls. Oh, look at Lionel. Come on.
There he is.
Let's see who gets the walls.
He sees him.
Lionel was a little bit longer underwater.
Oh,
there he goes. There he goes. This kid's going to be good.
Lionel.
Perfect. And he's still 32.3 right there.
Crazy good.
He took over.
Crazy. And he just picked up the pace.
Oh! He took over Tavish Self in lane 3 too. This is going to be a good time. The state cut's
31-5
5:41.
there. He actually outsplit the kid that's leading the race.
Look at him go. He can do this event way faster. He's got a lot left here.
Come on.
He's going to get the state cut and the National Catholic cut. I think Lionel.
6, Lionel Martinez, the 8th grader from Seton, with a 5:14.35, just qualified for both state and national Catholics.
You know what I just noticed here? Look who's swimming in lane 10.
Good, thank you.
Look who's swimming in lane 10. Joe Wilson in a wheelchair. I sent him a text because I'm like, I don't want to push him and like hurt him yet. He's still recovering from this major car accident.
Yep.
And he says, he texts me back, I'll swim anything, but breaststroke still hurts. I'm even up for the 500, he said.
Whoa.
I'm like,
that's like volunteering.
Yeah, I'm like, don't say that to Coach Care. That's like saying, I'm even up for the 200 IM. Okay, you're in. Oh, wow, what a, man, tremendous.
Good. Keeps his stroke together the whole
Joe
500.
Wilson.
Way to go, Joe.
You know, somehow, I didn't have a time on Joe. I guessed he would go 7:30. Injured out of a wheelchair. He just went 6:39.
500-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 1, the final heat, seated 3rd in lane 4. The junior from Trinity Christian, Bella Yarachak. Seated 2nd in lane 6, the junior from Seton, Stella Paradise. And seated 1st in lane 5.
Joe!
For Lowcrest,
Joe!
Elizabeth Bryan.
Joe! After they... How many heats at 500 is there for girls?
I think there's just one. Yeah, just one.
One heat of the 500 for the girls. On January 14th, we're going to see a lot of kids swim the 500.
Did she miss her event?
What?
Did she just miss her event?
No, she's sick.
She's not feeling well.
She's sick, so I said. I got Joe Wilson here. Joe Wilson, when did you get out of that wheelchair?
Late September, maybe early in October.
Okay, so I exaggerated a little bit. It's been 2.5 months.
2.5 months, almost 3 months, yeah. Thinking, yeah, it's about, I think beginning of October I got out. I was on crutches.
Yeah, when did you start walking? Unassisted?
Unassisted, probably like 3rd week of October, maybe even 4th. Like,
Fourth week
like,
so
like it was like 2 weeks before I started swimming, I started walking.
Two weeks before swimming season started. And then I sent you a text. And what did I say? What do you want to swim?
Yeah, I remember you're like, what do you want to swim? I was just like, anything but breaststroke. I was open to the 500, but I didn't think you were going to put me in the 500. So the surprise on my face when I see...
How well do you know me? When you say, I'm even open to the 500, what's going to happen?
I don't know. I was kind of dumb for saying that, but...
Well, you did 6:39.
You did a great
job.
6:39. I was a lot better than I thought I was. I was guessing like 8 minutes.
Well, I seated you at 7:30, just guessing.
Yeah.
I figured you'd do...
I thought that was a realistic time. I
Yeah.
mean, 6:39 is insane.
Yeah, 115, 120 hundreds I thought you'd do. And you, 6:39.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, that's like 110.
Yeah, I don't
Almost.
know.
No, it's
I'm
120s,
surprising
yeah.
myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just happy to be here. Happy to have a senior season. I mean, when you get in an accident like that and everyone's telling you you're not going to walk for 6 to 8 months, I mean, I just thought I was going to be a vegetable my senior year. That's what I thought. I didn't think I was going to be able to do anything, but I'm just so blessed and so thankful to be here.
That is, you are not a vegetable, 639. I just figured it out. My math was wrong. It was about 120, 100. That's really good.
Wow.
For someone who was on crutches 2 weeks before the season. Now, and I'm sure it was even more disappointing because tell me about States last year. You killed it.
Last year, oh my, I had super high expectations coming into this year. I was signing up myself for a fall league to swim. I was going to get myself conditioned already so I could be at the stage where I am now and be ready to go, ready to drop time.
Because you dropped time at State's huge. You went like 52 low? Right?
For 100 free, I was going like 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it was amazing because you had kind of plateaued at what, like 53 or something? You couldn't quite break that?
I couldn't break 54.
54?
Yeah.
And I remember the swim was like, whoa, where did that come from? Well,
always been there. I don't know how I got it out. I just need to get it out again.
It's great to see so much courage. These younger kids see that Captain Senior Joe Wilson, you're setting a great example for these kids, Joe. Great job today.
Thank you.
Wow. Did you expect 120s, 100?
No.
From him?
Nope.
Watching him walk around Seton on crutches? And he volunteered, yeah. Yeah, well, how did you talk with J.J. Broxko? He did pretty well, huh?
He was just asking if he DQ'd on his last flip turn because he said he barely hit the wall there.
Well, barely counts.
Yes, barely does count when you're scraping the wall with your toes.
That doesn't make for a very good push-off.
No.
I remember when I was a kid, I was like 11 years old, swimming for the Fort Belvoir Sharks, which back then was AAU, the precursor to USA Swimming.
Okay.
And I was swimming at Quantico Marine Base. Okay. This old pool in a Quonset hut with windows that levered open on the top, painted green, some of them broken.
And dripping humidity.
Yeah, just miserable. And coach put me in Coach Ernie Kanacki. It's amazing how you remember your coach's name.
Yep.
He'd start every heat in practice. Ready. Ready. I'm like, dude, we're going to have a better
He wasn't feeling well.
That's why I just say ready, go, because there's no way I'm going. Anyway, I swam the 500, and the last turn I missed the wall.
Okay.
Very last turn I missed the wall and kicked off the wall. And back then the officials were trained to raise their hand if you're DQ'd.
Okay.
And I was rolling off the wall and I watched this woman raise her hand after 19 laps. I'm 11 years old. I'm like, oh, somebody shoot me. Stella said she's going to swim the relay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would really have loved to have seen her race full speed.
I think she would have done really well. Yeah.
Is Philomena K in your group?
Yes. Yeah.
She's doing really well.
She does. She has a good stroke.
That's not Elizabeth Bryan's time. Elizabeth Bryan's the girl that swam the 2IM. I wonder what her time was. It was a good time, whatever it was.
Hey, Philomena's picking it up.
She always gives a good effort.
Look at Philomena K here.
Wow, just look at that.
Look at her reach. Lane 8.
Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
6:43.
Wow. Philomena's in 8th grade. What did Anastasia do down in lane 2? 6:45.
Right off her best.
Nice. Early season time, Kateri. Yeah, this is event, given the level of cardiovascular training we've done, if you do even close to your best time, that's amazing.
Yep. And I think a lot of newer swimmers too, they almost overestimate the 500.
Yeah.
And they're scared of it. If they haven't swam it yet, they start out so slow.
Well, look at we saw Lionel Martinez do that.
Lionel did the same thing, and that's what he said when I talked to him. He said, "Yeah, I probably could have, pushed it the first 200 a little more and been out with those guys." And you still had enough on the way back, but
his 950, he outsplit the winner.
Yeah, yeah.
Swimmers exit the pool, please.
Yeah, I'd rather Lionel swim it that way. If he's going to swim much faster, I'd rather him not go out so fast and split with a guy that's 4 seconds behind you like the winner did. But
yeah, no,
him
good. He'll
swimming
learn
it correctly and then realizing, oh, I could probably go faster is the best result there.
Yeah, especially this point in the season and this point in his career. He's only in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I think he could be really good at that event.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He might not, he probably doesn't even realize it.
Well, I was telling him, too, that his stroke looked so good there, as opposed to him was sprinting and the tempo's up and he's rushing the catch so much. He gets so much out of his glide on his side and leaving that hand out front, being patient with it, like the Trinity coach was talking about.
I like that. We got to steal that. Be patient up front.
Be patient.
27:34, Tiago Martinez opening leadoff split.
Wow.
7th grade, 27:34.
That's good.
Am I swimming?
This is the boys.
400.
The 200. Oh, what relay are you swimming?
Let's go,
Should be-
Daniel!
Yeah, we were swimming with Ariana, Clara, and Elodie. Yeah, 2-3 relay.
You only got to do a 50. Let's go do a 50. Whatever it is.
Let's go, John!
The best you got.
We got it.
Today.
Oh no!
He's got no fat on him.
All right. Oh, who's that who lost their goggles in lane
Daniel Kohlhaus.
7? Daniel Kohlhaus, and he keeps swimming.
He's still going.
We definitely have to do some sets with no goggles because so many of them dive and lose their goggles. They haven't quite figured it out yet. Nice.
Swimmers, please stay in the water unless instructed to leave.
Yep, we're doing flyover starts.
Heat 2, the final heat. Seated third in lane 4, the Heights. Seated second in lane 6, the Heights. And seated first in lane 5, the Heights.
Here's
The Heights.
Liam again in lane 8, big drop in the 100. 50 should be even better.
The Heights D relay is seated ahead of everybody else. Although you don't know these times. 1:30.61. That, maybe they won't do that. That's pretty fast. That's 22.5s all the way down the line.
Yeah.
This guy's going to start off with a 22.5 though. Or better.
Wow, look at that.
RA relays in lane 3. That's Connor Kerr leading it off. And then Joe Wilson off of the 500.
Yep, Liam having a great swim down here. Nice. 26.0.
Such a great story for Joe.
7 for Connor.
Peter Constanti.
Look at Peter Constanti go in lane 8.
Lane 8.
What did Liam Haliski go? 26 flat. Look at Peter's head is perfectly still. Peter Constanti's head. Beautiful.
Josh Giramani now. He's going against his brother. Yep, both Giramani brothers in the water.
Yeah, let's talk about streamlines again on Monday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Superman dive there.
Yeah, I'm seeing an awful lot of Superman. Hands out in front, hands apart, head up. Of course, that reference means nothing to them because they've never seen the 50s TV show of Superman flying in front of the green screen with the wind blowing on his fake cape.
Yep. Laying down on a table.
Laying down on a table, yeah. I'll be damned. I thought they wouldn't do a 130 and they win 132. That's pretty good.
Man. Joe Borneman.
I mean, our team record's 130.07. Just missed 129. Of course, Jamison Hill led off with a 21 low. That helps. And Daniel Kerr, Connor Cook, and David Basinger. I saw Connor Cook out of Notre Dame.
Swimmers staying in the pool.
A couple weeks ago, because Dan Kerr is getting a master's degree out there. He's an Army captain. And Connor Cook was one of his buddies on this record-setting relay.
Oh, okay.
And
And then 18 girls 200-yard freestyle. Heat 1.
so it's cool to see Connor Cook out there. He's got kids. You know, he lives with near Peter Mooney, all in Covington, Kentucky, which is outside Cincinnati. I mean, they're like,
wow,
they're like adults. You know, they're all like,
they've grown up.
I know. Well, they're, you know, in their 30s. I'm like, whoa, we're swimming in 2010, breaking a Seton record, but it's 2022. That's 12 years ago.
How did that happen?
How did that happen? Yeah. All of a sudden, you guys are 31 years old.
Covington Catholic is a big school there.
Is it?
Yeah, Cubcat.
Cubcat. Oh, that's right, because Coach Palazzo swam in Ohio. That's right across the river.
Yep. I have family there.
It's Gabriella Russo on lane 5. Elizabeth Hurley's just about to take off. There we go, lane 5.
I kind of liked what I saw from Gabby Russo right there. Elizabeth Hurley, let's watch her walls. She's pretty good underwater. She was a Group 5 swimmer last year. Look at that.
Does not look like it this year. Great.
Wow,
great
stroke.
Yeah.
All right, this is just some of the swimming drama. Molly Bowers next, and her little sister Katie Bowers following her right afterwards.
That's an accident. When I do these relays,
yep.
I'm so focused on not allowing any cliques to develop or any little groups that I mix them up. I factor in zero social considerations. Okay. So I have seniors with 7th graders on these exhibition relays. It's completely random. Like, look, you are S. We offer it up. We love our teammates. That means you got to know all their names.
Yeah. And this is one way to do it.
You know,
to mix up the relays.
And these Group 3 and 4 kids don't know the Group 5 kids, so get them on a relay.
And there were a few of my swimmers that had on their goal cards that they want to get to know the younger swimmers a lot better. You know, and I've got mostly upperclassmen and people that have been on the swim team for 3 or 4 years now, and it's great to see that they want to connect with these younger swimmers.
Yeah, that's great. What Coach Palazzo is referring to is we did an exercise. It worked better with the older kids than the younger kids, I think. But they got an index card, 2 index cards. One they give to their coach and one they keep for themselves, where they write two goals, maybe 3 goals, but at least 2. One in the water goal, like I want to qualify for states or something, and one out of the water goal, and the other goal is to be you know, like it could be like get to know the younger swimmers, know everyone's name on the team.
Goal.
Yeah, get an A in Coach Kerr's Algebra 2 class. Yeah, you know, those are examples.
Ladies, step down off the blocks, please. Step down off the blocks.
All right, Joseph Menard, good job celebrating CJ's birthday, his brother Cyril. CJ's birthday. and he's leaving town. You know, Joseph's the youngest, so he's got a bunch of adult brothers. All Seton swimmers. Andrew Menark. Tony Menark was one of the kids who was a senior the first time he swam.
Oh, wow.
And we were all kicking ourselves, including Tony, because he was pretty good. We're
Okay.
like, Tony, dude, you should have been swimming. Man. But anyway, he asked to leave because it's a big thing in Seton swimming. If you're watching this live stream, it's a big thing. This is not some individual event. You don't just come and swim your events and leave. You're part of a team. We got to be here at the end for the handshake. You cheer for your team. In fact, now it might be a really good time to remind the captain, since it's the first meet, that for the 400 free relay, everyone needs to be on deck. So you guys keep working on this and let me work on that.
We're in heat 2. We got a lot of Seton swimmers in heat 2. 9 out of 10 lanes are Seton swimmers.
Early, I think, leading off. And Maggie Short. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, all but one of these relays are Seton swimming.
This is where we get a mix of relays from more experienced swimmers mixed together with less experienced swimmers.
And everyone gets a chance to swim, you know? So this is another swim they can put on under their belts. Everyone loves relays. Fun to swim with your friends.
And the newer swimmers get to see the older swimmers swim.
Right. Right. And be on a team with them. So we've got
so many.
7th and 8th graders mixed. We have a junior with 7th graders. We have a senior with 7th graders.
And a 6th grader. We got a 6th grader with a senior. Lane 8. Moira Haggerty, senior. Veronica Bingham, the 6th grader.
All right, I just talked to the captain.
Lane 9. Kit Blanchett loses her goggles and it keeps going.
Is that Kit Blanchett?
She did. That's Kit Blanchett.
Sweet.
That same thing happened last week. She kept going and kept going, and she got out of the water and said, Kit Blanchett, you are my hero. Because this is the first time she did it. Last week was the first time she did it.
And seated first in lane 5, Seton.
Hey.
I'm gonna head out.
Why?
We stay till the end of the meet. Do you have a reason to leave? No, we do the handshake. We're here for the 400 free relay. What?
All right, Seton's got lane 3 and lane 5. Lucia Bingham in lane 3. Ariana Aldegar in lane 5. Got Shannon O'Malley in lane 3 right now. Holiday Box in lane 5.
So we're trying to set something up. I just worked it out with the captains where everybody's on deck in uniform for the start of the boys 400 free relay.
Okay.
And unless they're actually swimming the 400 free relay. And then we can immediately go in the handshake.
Great, with uniforms.
Yeah, because I just had a conversation with a kid who plays another sport, you know, and they sit on the bench. So you're done playing? So you're going to leave the bench and go clean up and leave before the game's over? you would never think of doing that in a million years.
Yeah.
No.
Start walking off the field in the 7th inning or end of the 3rd
Good man.
quarter. Coach said, "Oh,
Good
you're
man.
done. They're not going to play last quarter or last couple innings."
You're not there cheering for your
Right.
teammates.
If you pitched the whole game and your closer came in, are you gonna, leave the game? I don't think so.
All right, I'm looking at lane 3. That's Rose Waldron.
Yep. Strong finish there. Head down.
I don't think that's Rose. I might have an old printout.
Fine.
3 or 4?
Oh, maybe I was looking the wrong lane.
Three should be.
I don't know, boss. I think I have an old printout.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this
Or
is
they
because when
swam and-
swimmers don't show up, you got to remix the relays sometimes.
Right.
And that's
Could be
that's
that.
probably what happened.
Or they swapped lanes. Hopefully they didn't do that.
All right, coaches. Coaches.
Yep.
Jared, coach.
Swimmers, please exit the pool.
Coach Zadnik, Coach Palazzo, look who I have over here on the other side of the pool. Way over here.
Oh.
I'm with Caroline Heater. She's not just the Oakcrest coach. She's the Oakcrest athletic director.
Correct.
So that means swimming is the most important sport at Oakcrest.
Some may think that, yes. I can't.
Love to have the athletic director at the swim meet.
Short TV timeout.
Yeah, when the announcer's talking, it feeds into the live stream.
Okay.
So we learned that last year where we talk at the same time as the announcer, and then we listen to the live stream. It doesn't work. Yeah, so, and you were instrumental in getting Oakcrest into the Virginia Christian Athletic Conference, too.
Yes, I was approached by the 80s at Seton and Trinity Christian about joining this new conference.
What
and
what
we were in
attracted you
search.
to it?
Really, the schools have similar missions to us, and that Christ is at the center of everything we do, but also that the work hard, all the ethics, and just the whole package is kind of where we have always been in athletics, and that it's part of a full person education, and
I like
something
it.
the conference values. So we were happy to find a good fit.
Oh, I was very excited to get you. I was pushing. I mean, I don't decide such things, but what little I do, I was pushing because I thought you guys were a perfect fit for us.
That's
Except
good
for
to
the
hear.
fact that you might beat Seton. Other than that, you were a perfect fit.
I don't know. We've always enjoyed coming and competing against Seton and across the sports, but we love coming to these swim meets, so that was a big factor. We hadn't really been part of a conference with swimming, so.
Oh, what conference were you in before?
The Potomac Valley Athletic Conference. So.
And who was in that?
Mainly schools in DC and Maryland. We were the only Virginia school.
Oh, like St. Albans and
So it was the smaller schools, the Field School, Washington International School. We were the only all-girls
Was
school as
Brookwood?
well. No,
so
they're
the-
without a conference.
Yeah,
so I think
Brookwood's a little small Catholic school up there somewhere
Right.
that
we compete with them in a few things. They come out to our place.
they're coming to one of our.
They love to swim. Yeah, so they're happy.
Yeah,
I know they're
Jen-
happy. They're coming out to a meet here.
Well, I saw. You have. Who are your swimmers to look out for? I saw Elizabeth Bryan in that 200 IM. That girl's crazy. What was her 500 time? She didn't touch the pad right.
I had it at 5:19, just over
5:19. And what grade she in?
She's a freshman, so she's
Man.
pretty remarkable.
Can I have all
We're
event
excited.
19 swimmers please step back away from the starting blocks? All event 19 swimmers step away from the starting blocks.
That's not fair to bring a girl like that. Who else are you bringing?
We've got a bunch of freshmen who have moved up into the freshmen and just are very solid and will provide good times right there in the middle.
So you're going to be
class.
around a while. That's what I'm
Yes.
hearing you say.
Yes.
You're
and
going to be a
then
problem
it's
for
seventh
Coach
grade,
Carroll. Wow.
So when they're ready to be varsity, they'll definitely contribute. So we're excited. And having divers this year, we're really excited about that.
Nice.
So,
First year diving.
Yes.
Our whole conference now has diving.
That's
well,
awesome.
Trinity Christian, Seton, and now Oakrest. So
That's exciting.
it's exciting. All right, Coach Caroline Heater. Thanks.
All right.
Welcome to the
Thanks for having
VCAC.
us.
Everything worked out with that
Relay?
With the relay.
Okay, good, good.
I'm glad we looked up and got it. We had the same glitch at St. Mary's Riken.
Yeah.
So I forgot his name. Brent.
Here we go. Hey, look who else I got, coaches. Here, just hold it right under your chin.
Okay.
I got Coach Tom Royals from the Heights School. The Heights is in Potomac, Maryland. We don't often swim schools in Potomac, Maryland.
Right.
Who do you normally swim against? Who's in your conference?
Well, we're in the WCAC and the Whimsital teams, and St. Mary's Riken in Southern Maryland, Georgetown Prep, Landon,
Those
St.
are some
Albans.
fast teams.
They are. We've had a wonderful start so far. We beat Landon, which was just amazing, and then we went over to Georgetown Prep, and I've known Matt Mongelli for 14 years, and he's the finest coach around, and I don't know what happened, but I asked him at the end of the meet, how did we do? And he said,
Event number
"What do you mean
19,
you guys
boys
beat us?"
100 yard
You beat
backstroke. Heat 1.
You beat Georgetown Prep?
Right, but it was only by 12, and it was a close race. But
Only by 12, you beat Georgetown Prep. Wow.
But it was great. But Matt is really the classiest coach around. But our guys, we have the opportunity to bring depth. We had close to 13 points gathered in the 4th and 5th place finishers. So
Nice.
this is where our depth is a real good thing for our guys. We've been averaging maybe 40 swimmers a year, and for our little school, it's a lot of fun. The boys have just a great deal of a lot of fun.
That is great. Well, we love having you because of similar mission.
Yes, it's great to come over here, and our guys enjoy it. I think they not only enjoy the diving, which is what we had the first time, but the pool is fast, and the camaraderie among the teams is great.
Yeah.
So we're grateful.
And I've been to Tenley Study Center. I've actually spoken at Tenley Study Center
good.
to groups there. So
Right.
that's
No,
is that affiliated with the Heights or just loosely just through?
Well, it's the Heights is a private
Not
school.
directly affiliated.
No, but the spiritual formation is entrusted to Opus Dei, and Opus Dei is a prelature within the Catholic Church, and they provide the spiritual direction and help for our schools, and they have opportunities in different centers for students to go for.
Yeah,
for
I
help and
had.
direction. And you've talked.
Believe it or not, I've had 3 kids live at Winmore.
Oh,
the
terrific.
study center at Notre Dame.
Sure. Oh, that's a great place.
And one of my kids is a Catholic priest, Father Sean Kerr.
Sean Kerr.
I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't. And
he lived at Winmore.
Oh, that's terrific. And you know our son, Father Andrew Royals, in Southern Maryland.
Nice.
He is our oldest. Graduated in '97, and he's down in St. Mary's County.
Oh, I lived in St. Mary's County when I was a little kid. My father was in the Navy. So.
Oh my goodness! Well, it's great. This is a lot of fun.
Well, come back every year. Please come back every year. We love having you guys.
It's very great. Good
Thanks,
to have
Coach.
you. Great. Thanks very much.
Running 6th, the sophomore from Trinity Christian, Ben Yancey. And seated first in lane 5, the junior from the Heights, Tom Duncan.
Okay, this looks like this might be fast.
Yeah, the Tom, who we just introduced there, is seated at 53.5, which is
This is going to be a fast
nice
race.
high school backstroke time.
I just got a really good glimpse, good position to watch what underwater's supposed to look like in 100 backstroke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll bet.
Thanks for volunteering. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, we love having them. They're fast.
Look, he's all the way underwater until past the yellow rings.
You're right on 53-1. This one.
Dave Wilson. How about Joe Wilson?
He's in the water.
Spotlight
You want to talk?
Max Wilson.
You should be very proud of him
over there.
That was.
Event 20, girls.
He wasn't even
backstroke.
walking unassisted
Heat 1.
2 weeks before the season, and he just went 6:39 and 5. He even swam the 500. Incredible, Dad. Great job. What?
Step in, swimmers. Step in, please.
No, we're we stay. Imagine you were playing football, and you knew you weren't going to get in the game anymore. Would you go to the showers?
No.
Yeah, you would never leave your teammates, right? Oh, God, that'd be really bad, wouldn't it? If you just walked down the sideline and everyone watched you walk to the locker room. Yeah, that'd be bad. Yeah. So we do the same thing here. At the beginning of the 400 free, we're all on deck. And then at the end, we do that. Remember that handshake we practiced at time trials? Where you go around and everyone high fives everybody walking around the pool? It's all part of the drill. So come cheer for your teammates. All right. How are we looking here, men? Ross and Jerry.
All right, we got event 20, heat 1, girls, 100-yard backstroke. There's no Seton swimmers in here, but what we're looking for in the backstroke is shoulders out of the water first. Notice lane 6. Looks like Rosemary Duncan from Oakcrest.
She's done this before.
Yes.
Nice long underwater. Man, who was the height swimmer I was standing over top of?
That was Tom Duncan.
Man, he was good underwater.
Yeah.
His streamline, you should have seen how tight his streamline was.
Really?
His biceps were squeezing his head so hard his brains were coming out of his ears. I mean, he was skinny.
We need a video of that to show our swimmers.
Yeah, that's
anytime you can look, from the end of the pool, or if at the big, world championships and stuff like that, the Olympics, you'll get that overhead shot. That is one of the best to look at. You see how long and tight the swimmers are, stretching out their streamline off every wall.
What is it you say, Coach Palazzo? You can always get tighter. You think you're
always,
tight, and you can always get tighter.
Yep.
That's another one to remember.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was something. It was fun talking to the coaches. It's great having Oakcrest in our conference.
That was cool.
And the Heights? I didn't know the Heights was here.
The day we
Isn't that
lose,
great?
the day we lose the regular season conference championship, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I can see it coming. It's gonna be Trinity or Oakcrest. We got to keep working, man. I do not want that to happen. It's been since 1995.
Wow.
Since 1995, we haven't lost this regular season conference championship. So, but Oakcrest is loaded, and they obviously have good coaching. So. And Trinity, man, they brought back another round of good swimmers. They just keep doing it.
Lucy Cunningham in the middle here.
5, Lucy coming.
Yeah, so we got to keep an eye on the Oakcrest girls. So we,
nice.
Yeah, there's Amalia Maggie. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but I got a hunch before this season's over, before my career's over, I'm going to know how to say her name, because she's looking like she's pretty good. I remember Rebecca Waltz from Cresta Valley here in lane 7. Oh, look at this Lydia Myers from Emmanuel Christian. She's in lane 6. She looks smooth. Oh, she's suited up.
Yeah.
Yep. She's serious.
That like the way Lucy's looking. She has a good tempo. Entry's very smooth. I'd like to just have her head back just a little bit more, and that'll cut out some of the bounce in her strokes.
Yeah, it'll get her hips higher in the water.
Yeah. But she's streamlining well off the wall.
Make sure her shoulders coming out of the
Yeah.
water.
Shoulders are rotating well. Putting together a lot of good skills there.
Yep. She's getting better.
Just off her best.
Still super early in the season. Any PRs in these 100-yard or longer events right now?
Especially for, you know, a sophomore or later.
Yeah. Okay, Clara Condon, this is an out of the box for her. She doesn't often swim backstroke, but she's really good at it.
She is really good at backstroke.
She's a 4-stroke swimmer.
Heat 3, the final heat. Seated third in lane 4, the senior from Trinity Christian, Amy Phillips. Seated second in lane 6, the junior from Trinity Christian, Kristen Womack. And seated first, the sophomore from senior,
High five to her teammate
Condon.
right before the race.
Look at this. Clara's seated first, and then second, third, fourth, and fifth are all Trinity Christian girls.
Yikes. And what happens there with scoring?
Oh, man. Well,
that is...
you score. And we should have probably talked about scoring ages ago. There's a blog under Coach Care's blog on SetonSwimming.org that explains it in detail. But this is what we call a 3+ dual meet. So it's like a round robin. Everyone scores against everyone else.
Yep. Okay.
So they take your times, and then it's us versus Trinity, us versus Oakcrest versus Trinity. And you score 7 places. Each team gets 4 scoring entries. And so the first place gets 7, then it's 5, 6, no, 6, 5, no, 7, 5, 4, no, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
So we get 8, and they get 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3. Wow. Wow. So they crush us, even though we won.
Yep. What you get with a deep team with a lot of swimming.
Yeah. Now we'll get, if they get second, third, fourth, and fifth, we get 6th and 7th, so that's 2 and 1. Clara had a great finish.
Yeah. Good last turn from there. From
Haley Byfield's finish. Underway.
There
we go. See a big
Trinity Christian girls swim tough races there.
Yep. Clara looked good, and she tried that third wall.
Yep.
I'm a big third wall wins 100 backstroke.
Absolutely.
I've seen it
Over
so
Nick.
many times. Every time I
Because
see
everybody's
Anna,
tired.
I just look at her. She go, I know, third wall.
Yeah.
That's right. The one who can take the most pain is going to win this one. And being upside down on the third wall and going long
Underwater as long as possible.
Really hard.
That's hard.
Yep.
That's
really hard.
All right, breaststroke.
Yeah, we haven't worked on breaststroke at all yet. I bet you we haven't swum more than a few hundred yards total breaststroke. Group,
If that.
And after that's
group
warm up.
3, 4, and 5. Group 5 hasn't swum breaststroke at all.
Yep.
I don't think Group 4's.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah. So we're getting there. We're going to finish backstroke. We'll start breaststroke with groups 1 and 2 this week.
Okay.
Or maybe I think we like to do butterfly first, so we get the body position right.
Yeah.
With group 3 and 4, we'll probably just go straight to breaststroke.
Okay.
We'll do butterfly last with what time we have left.
Yeah, that would be good.
So we should spend one more day on backstroke with group 3 and 4.
I think so.
Just to make sure they, I see them trying to roll their shoulders, but then their thumb doesn't reach for the ceiling, so they don't get completely around.
Yeah.
And they don't get their shoulder completely out, and they don't get that really deep pull, and they don't grab the water and then swing it like a baseball bat. Hips, lead with their hips. Not quite, almost. They've almost got it.
And I'll also see in that group 3 and 4, their heads up out of the water a little bit.
Seated second in lane 6, a sophomore from the Heights, Ryan Frunk. And seated first in lane 5, the senior from the Heights, Ryan Hall.
Okay.
One thing we need to work on the backstroke with the group 3 and head in the water, because if they lift their head up, their feet sink. It's like dragging an anchor.
Yeah, their hips drop, and they're like swimming, sitting in a chair.
Yep.
It's so slow.
But if they put it back, it straightens them out, makes it a lot faster.
It's also hard. I love telling kids, I'm getting tired just watching you swim.
I've said that to 2 kids this week.
Yeah. Like, you got to be getting tired swimming that way. Why don't you do what we say, and it'll be a lot easier. It'll be like Coach Palazzo's easy 200. Yeah. That's the funniest line of the live stream.
Easier. I'm trying to make it easier to go faster.
Sound
is what
achievable.
I mean. Easier to go faster.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just messing with you. You swam 200 or 200 IM, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Joey Dealing in lane 2. We've got Lionel Martinez lane 4, and Joe Borneman here in lane 10.
Is that Lionel Martinez hanging with these big boys?
Yep. Another good opportunity for him.
That's Ryan Hong in lane 5.
Wow.
Nice. Lionel's in 8th grade. He almost beat Justin Kim.
Event 22, girls 100-yard breaststroke.
Yeah, 8th grader, senior, sophomore, junior.
How did Joe Borneman do down here? Oh, Joe Borneman dropped time. 2 seconds almost. Luke Mantooth. He dropped time. Joey Dealey, 122. He's a little off. Yeah, so I only have 4 girls swimming this, just to get the scoring entries. Although I'm not even paying attention to the score. December's not about scoring. December's about personal records.
Yep.
January 7th is about scoring.
That's what matters. There we go.
When we teach breaststroke, we'll eventually talk about every stroke you want to return to that streamlined position, right? Same thing we talk about now, where streamline is the fastest, but in breaststroke, you can get in streamline every single stroke. And I remember Mary Claire Waldron coming up to us last year at the end, and she's like, that is the key. You know, I figured it out. I just have to get back.
I'm a senior.
You know, yeah.
And it
After
worked.
4 years, she's like, man, if I just get back to that position, I'm going to fly, you know, and glide. And here we have Lionel.
Lionel.
Great breaststroke swim.
You want to talk in the live stream? Just hold it right under your chin.
All right. What'd you think about that?
Painful.
Painful, yeah. Well, you had a great 500, and to go and do a 105, which is your best time, right?
Yeah.
Right on your best time.
As an 8th grader.
Against a senior, a couple other juniors. You know, these are great opportunities for you to swim against those guys, you know, instead of, are you still swimming 13, 14?
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's an awesome opportunity in high school to come swim against those guys who are great competition. What do you think about the stroke and everything in the race?
Oh, I don't know. It felt good until the last 25.
Yeah, last 25 were, you did a good job, you know, not spinning too much, and you're still holding water out front. You just look a little low compared to those other guys, and when they're shooting across the water in front, their forearms are parallel to the surface, and we're shooting underneath the water, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want to be pushing water forward. And there's plenty of things that get us to that point, right? But everything else looks pretty good. The pullouts, I thought, looked really good. Besides the breakout one was a little shallow, right? You feel that?
Yeah.
Everything else was pretty good. I think we can work on getting a little bit more lift in the front part of the stroke. But yeah, then we can start swimming 103, 102.
Yeah, this coming week we're going to work on butterfly in practice, and then the next week we're going to work on breaststroke, because one flows to the other. The body position, you get your chest down and your hips up more, and you get that whole dolphin thing going, and that's how you really get underwater in that really long glide streamline position.
Yeah.
Instead of plowing through the water. Although you don't plow through the water, I don't want to say that. That was beautiful. And you were running with the big boys there.
Yeah.
That was a senior next to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so besides the first pull out, everything else is, technically executed well. I think when we're working on breaststroke in practice, think about when we're driving forward, just extending that hands and the shoulders out and dropping that head down, okay? We're really we're shooting forward and we're coming here, but the head stays kind of up like this, and you're getting a good lunge. But I think if you drop that head, those hips are gonna come up more, and so you're gonna have better body position. You're gonna start from a higher position in the water when you do your catch. That'll raise us up, and that'll change our stroke a lot. So when you shoot forward here, think about dropping that head in between your arms, almost like we're getting back into streamline after every single stroke.
And this is the guy who went 54 low and 100 breaststroke.
Heat 3, the final heat. Seated third in lane 4.
Really good. Really good. We got 2 105s already. Really good.
Seated second in lane 6, a sophomore from
Great job.
Catherine Motion. And seated first in lane 5, the sophomore from Seton, Elodie Brox.
All right, Elodie Brox. Elodie Brox.
Jacqueline Oswald, lane 7. Lane 9.
Oh, nice pull down for Elodie. Hold it, who is this? Jacqueline Oswald had a great pull down. Where's Amelia Geary?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Right here.
She's
Right here. Lane 10.
Oh, she's in the long lane.
Oh.
Wow, look at that. Lane 7. Jacqueline Oswald. She's doing great.
All right.
Looking awesome.
Is that Philomena K down there? Look at this. Lane 3. Wow.
Go 1, 2, 3 and breaststroke here.
Wow, that's great.
Look at Jacqueline Oswald. This is why we try to swim 8 events.
Yeah.
Because I always get surprised like this.
Look at this.
I had no idea she was this good at breaststroke.
Look how close the other 4 are. Crazy.
Wow, amazing.
Who's touching? We got 3, 5, and 7.
Ellie got it, and then
Jacqueline,
Trinity swimmer,
and then Elodie,
Philomena,
and then Philomena got 4th.
Boys 400 yards.
That's got to be Jacqueline's first meet win.
That's right.
Guys, please stay in the pool.
She won the event.
Jacqueline Oswald won not just her heat, she won the entire event outright.
So happy she forgot about the flyover starts. She hopped right out to go be with her friends out there.
I know, and then Mr. Seltman's like, don't get out of the water.
What?
Charles, we're going to excuse that one getting out of the water because that was her first ever event win outright.
So happy.
She won the entire event. Jacqueline Oswald.
So slow. Did you notice that?
Who's?
Philomena.
Oh, I didn't see her.
She's like a half second behind all the girls, and she gains a little bit.
Right.
But she's always so damn
Nice. Where's Jacqueline?
We'll do starts this week.
Oh, I just missed her.
But she got a PR.
Nice.
She
Jacqueline
dropped 2
Oswald, you
seconds.
won the event
Well,
outright.
A second and a half.
That's a happy girl.
That's good. We can work on that.
I can't watch everybody. Sorry, Rosie.
It's a start. We can work on that.
Someone else has to watch everybody. One of the swimmers said, "Can you go get Maddie Zadnik?"
We're not really paying attention to the score too much this meet. Yeah. Well, it's it's technically scored between a dual meet for everybody.
Yeah, it's like a round robin.
Yeah.
There's a good blog I wrote that I posted to the top. There you go. Of course, every blog's a good blog.
No. Some are boring.
Tough crowd. There you go. Do you want to talk on the live stream?
Not at all.
Just hold it under your chin.
Not at all.
This is Coach Scott
absolutely.
K.
Come on.
I'm gonna walk over here.
One of our
Coach
one of our
Scott
new
K.
coaches. I
No,
love.
He's the the finance guys like to stay in the back office. You're not a sales guy, huh?
Not today though. I gotta talk all board meeting. I'm exhausted.
Oh, that's right. You had a board meeting at Christendom College.
Those guys ask a lot of questions.
I know. Here, come on, tell me about it. You don't have to tell me about the board meeting. I was at Christmas at Christendom last night. I saw Coach K there. Spent some time with Father Mark Fusco afterwards.
Yeah.
Enjoying
His sister-in-law teaches at Seton.
Yeah, Erica Fusco. His brother's Francis Fusco. He taught at Seton for years.
She owned the Irish pub in Warrenton.
Yep.
She
No,
sold
Francis.
it.
Yep.
Yes. It's so
Wow.
cool. I think she still owns that.
I live in Warrenton. That was our local, we called
That's
it.
your pub.
We had to have a separate credit card just to leave behind the bar. My wife was there so much.
Okay.
I married into this Irish family, so
That's
when
good.
you have
That's good.
And there's another Irish pub on Main Street called Molly's, and she calls it the Orange Irish Bar. That one didn't count.
No.
Father Fusco's awesome though. He's a man after my own heart. I like him. He's just
Yeah.
a good man.
I don't think I've met him. I'd like to run into him.
Humblest guy. He carries no airs. He's just a real dude, you know?
I wish we could get him on the live stream with these finance guys there. He's Vice President of Finance at Christmas. All right, Coach. Thanks for being our coach. Your kids are doing great. Yeah, Scott K was quite an addition to the coaching staff.
I'm glad to see him here. He's got 3 kids on the team. Philomena.
Yeah, and they're all pretty good. Patrick. Well, you know, guys like him and you guys obviously, but just all the people, the new families that come in and they step up to help up. It's the only reason we can have 113 kids on the team.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have to cut. We couldn't have a group 5. Probably couldn't even have a group 4. No one else has a group 5 or group 4, you know.
That's the future of our team, right there. We can't do
How many total swimmers at the meet?
There's 107 entries, but I think
just for us.
Just for us.
But-
266.
So we're making up almost half the meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2/5 of the meet. It's you know, the 400 free relay when it's swum at the highest levels, like at the state championship meet, it is so. I remember one year. Well, here we'll let Mr. Pleb go.
To the final heat. Seated third in lane 4, Seton. Seated second in lane 6, Trinity Christian School. And seated first in lane 5, the Heights.
I don't remember the exact situation, so this is roughly the situation. We're in the championship final, girls 400 free relay, and the announcer announces the score and says, whoever wins this event wins the state championship.
Wow.
And Madeira, I think it was Madeira, St. Catharines, and Collegiate. It may have only been two. I'm not sure if it was 2 or 3. But the place, my ears, it was like going to a Kiss concert in the 70s. I mean, I was just like...
You did that?
That was my very first concert. I'm that old. It was insane. And the girls were swimming out of their minds. I mean, in that environment, you know, I mean, the splits were ridiculous.
Wow.
It's so
I
much
like
fun.
the 400 free relay because, you know, in a 50 free, it's total sprint. You can almost hold your breath for 50 yards. You can't do that on 100.
Yeah.
So you got the lactic acid build up on the second 50, and it's a real challenge.
Plus,
how fast can you go? How hard can you push?
Plus the 400 is a little bit longer, so there's a little change in positioning usually. And the 200 free, it's so fast. Once you get ahead, there's maybe one more pass.
Right.
But in 400 free relay, depending on how you line it up, it kind of goes back and forth a little. You know, it's like, whoa, this is.
It's a great race.
Is that Drew win?
Yep, Drew.
And you see some great swimming in a 400 free relay.
Drew win. That is a beautiful stroke right there. Look how big that is.
Look how far he goes with every
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He just did 14 stroke length. That's pretty good. See, we got to put him in longer events because that's not a sprint stroke.
That's a nice long stroke.
He can really, he's going to swim the 200. That is perfect 200 stroke. Is that David Hudson?
Well, he did swim the 200
Yeah,
today.
no, that's why I put him in it because I was thinking, no, but I'm thinking at the end of the season.
Yeah.
What they're swimming now.
100, 200 guy.
I remember States trying to get him in the first 50.
Right. Eventually, he'll just keep getting more confidence to where, okay, I know I'm going to be all right.
I can do it.
50.
Yeah. Well, it's going to hurt, but I know I'm not going to die.
Yep.
That's the connection he's got to make.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Lionel Martinez. Lane 4.
He's ready.
Ah, shoot, it was like 300.
Yeah.
And then it flipped to the split. Man, wait till he gets bigger. $24.82. Nice. Wow. 328. That's pretty good. Our team record's 317.
Wow.
Which, no, is it 317? It's, yeah, 317. That was by far the best we ever did. We had a 45, 50, 50, 50.
Wow.
They were all 50 highs, but they were still 45, 50, 50, 50. So our fourth swimmer went 50 points.
Wow.
I mean, we haven't had anyone on the team in years that could go 50 points.
Lionel just went 51 right there.
So this is about to change. Lionel's going to go 49, 48, 47 when he's younger.
I mean, that's really good. If he's breaking 50 this year, that's
He can break 50.
He's very close. Very close. I was 52
In high school?
In 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's already 51.
Wow. Wow.
Event 24, girls 400-yard freestyle relay. Heat 1, the final meet. Seated third in lane 4, Oakcrest.
There we go.
Seated second in lane 6, Trinity Christian School.
Uniforms.
And seated first in lane 5,
Get your uniform.
Trinity Christian School. This is tonight's final event.
Haley Fifield, Anastasia
Swimmers, please
Garner.
exit the pool. Swimmers, please exit the pool.
Lane 7 and 8.
Drew, very nice, very nice.
You know my
It's-
son is?
No, but I'll tell you this. That's 100 freestyle. It's a sprint. Did you know that? Did you know it's a sprint?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a sprint. Yeah.
Take a moment at this time to
really like
see if
the way
we
the
can
stroke is coming along.
Seen swimmers,
Very different stroke,
thank everybody who
but
was here to volunteer to help make
practicing
this
really well.
Oh, look at that.
Please pick up after yourselves. Put trash in the proper receptacles.
Love a beautiful stroke. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Thank the Freedom Center employee. for their ability to make this fine facility available for us for swimming today.
Wow.
Thank you. Have a safe and pleasant trip home and a safe and pleasant weekend, and God bless.
Anastasia's really getting her fingertips down on that catch really well. You can see every stroke, especially the right hand there.
Yep. Anastasia Garvey finishes 8th.
Who do we got? Where's our A relay?
So Anastasia and Haley Fifield led off there. And we have Shannon O'Malley, and this is Philomena in the water.
Where's Trinity's A relay?
They're in lane 6. Well,
5. Are they crushing it?
Lane 5.
Is that Oakcrest in lane 5? Yeah. No, lane 4.
No, Trinity is in 5 and 6.
Uh-oh.
Oakcrest is in 4. Shannon is battling with the Trinity B relay right now. Philomena is battling with the Oakcrest relay.
What leg is this? Oh, that's Bella.
This is the second leg.
Yarashek. See LeBang, man. Look at that. I don't remember her being that good. That's a nice stroke. This is Bella. She's good.
Shannon goes really.
She swam the 500 quite a bit. All right, here's Jacqueline. Philomena did a nice leg.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Philomena K.
Jacqueline Oswald and Madeline Zadnik, 7-8. Those are our assistant coaches. Swimming against each other.
Oh, no, that's Amy Phillips in lane 5, not Bella. Bella's swimming in lane 6, right next to Jacqueline.
Come on, girls.
There's Madeline Zadnik going in lane 8.
Yeah, look at that.
Now, the way relays are scored, it's interesting. Everybody gets 2 scoring relays, and 3 of the 4 score against each. It's a round robin. So first place gets 10 points, second gets 5, and third gets 3. So if you get first, and the other team gets second and third, the team that wins first, it wins 10-8. Not too bad. But if the other team gets first and second, all of a sudden it's 15-3.
Whoa.
Or even 13-5 if they get first and third. So that's a big deal.
Relays really help you win the meet.
You cannot lose to their B relays.
Yep.
And they're about to get first and second. So this will be 15-3. Not that we're paying close attention to the score yet, but this could happen again.
Yeah.
Well, we need to make sure it doesn't happen again, because this would be a killer.
Terry Matthews is swimming well. See if she can bring back this lead at all.
Wow, that's a...
and this must be the IMer for Oakcrest in lane 4.
Is that Elizabeth Bryan?
Yep,
that's Elizabeth Bryan.
She's going to go past all 3 of these teams on the bottom.
4:12. They just crushed the qual time for National Catholic. They can't go to National Catholic, but states, they just crushed the. We just got the state cut. Our A relay just got the state cut.
Good.
Actually, our A and B relay got the state cut. You can take 2 relays.
Okay.
Only one can score, though. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
You can only, it states the B
You
relay.
just qualify a relay, right?
Yeah.
You don't qualify the swimmers.
Well, that's a good question. To qualify, the state rules we use is you have to qualify a relay, and then the relay you enter, everyone on the relay has to have either qualified individually or swum on the relay at a time when the entire relay hit the cut.
Okay.
So that's why it's somewhat of a game. If you're trying to get seniors in, you can get seniors in to be relays by putting them on a relay and loading up a little bit. You know, put Stella on the A relay and put a senior with it, and they hit, you know.
To the scores area at the top of the stairs.
And when we made that rule,
Coach to the scores area, please.
I was on the board at the time. When we made that rule, everyone understood, because we used to allow seniors, but it got completely out of control. So we said, tell you what, this is the middle ground. The seniors got to be good enough to at least be in a relay, even if the coach is going to work it a little. At least they kind of at least can swim.
Yep.
You know, and it was a great compromise.
50 free bonus, right?
Yeah, and then we added the bonus 50 free at states, and the reason we did that is because the 50 100 fly double, and most of the schools, the big schools, have a break.
Yeah. Well, that's where the diving break.
And that's where the diving break is.
Yeah.
We don't do that, so no one's used to doing it. So what we did is we had to add time, and we just had a break. And we're like, we got all these relay-only swimmers. Let's just use that time to let people hit the water again. So we made a bonus cut, which is 2 seconds slower, and then people can swim a bonus 50 free.
Great. Nice job, everybody.
All right, ladies.
Way to
Good
go.
job.
Way to go. Girls.
Look at Seton swimming. Everyone in uniform.
I love it.
You're looking good, Ryan Bachman.
Good job,
Looking good, Aiden.
guys.
Good job. Good job. Uniforms, ladies. Uniforms. Uniforms. Uniforms, Dominic. Uniforms. All right, Noah. How are you? Ah, there's a bunch of us. All right, coaches. Thanks, Chris. Hey. Yep. Hey, let's do a post-game wrap. Here we go, Coach Ross. You can join us. We're doing a post-game wrap.
Oh, okay.
Coach Dee Dee Ross. Here, you hold this mic right over your thing. All right. That was a good first meet.
It was a great first meet. They did very well.
We talked about our goals. Well, I don't know if we accomplished our gratitude goals. I'll find out if I hear from timers if they got thanked. That was one of our goals. Lots of PRs. I know there was lots of PRs.
There was a lot of PRs.
And it was great with our emphasis on freestyle.
Yes.
And some of your backstrokers, Coach, I saw. Who stood out for you? I should have given you some warning.
That would have been helpful. I know. Luke Mantooth did really well. Greg Bauer did really well. So, you know, I think they all kind of stepped up. Lucy
Cunningham.
Lucy Cunningham did really well.
We talked about her on the live.
She did really well. I was really pleased with how she performed today. So, yeah, they had a good performance today.
Yep. So we're gonna finish backstroke with group 3 and 4, and then probably with your group, and the group 1 will probably start butterfly on Monday. And then we'll probably review backstroke just to make sure, because next week's emphasis will be backstroke, and then the week after will be breast and fly. So it was a really good first meet. The machine is up and running. That all the tech worked great. I can't wait to watch the live stream afterwards. But the timing system, except for one small glitch, was fabulous. All the meet volunteers. You see all these volunteers. The only I'm fond of saying the only paid people in the building are the lifeguards, and that's a great thing about Virginia swimming, Virginia Independent Schools, VISAA swimming, period, is we can do that. So thanks, Coach Zadnik. We had a great time together. Coach Palazzo, we'll get you on the live stream. I know how much you love to talk in public. Thanks. Have a great meet. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Yep.